at night, after your last encounter, you guys had your caravan with you, with horses, which currently suffers from an axing on the side, which mending currently. Rune is currently investigating a fallen, thick, pallid humanoid creature that is attacking.
Dissection.
He's dissecting a humanoid off the side of the road. What is Laurencia and Kenton doing? You have yet to start your long rest or your scouting missions.
I thought we run away.
I think
Time. Dark as fuck. It is currently about 11 p.m. It is approaching midnight.
We won't be able to get back into the outpost even when we head back.
Your idea was to get there so that you would arrive, have some time for sleep, and dawn. You'd be investigating during
Right,
daylight.
so we should probably find or see. Am I aware of this area at all?
You are aware of the area to the north of the road and not the south of the road, as the road goes southeast towards New Haven.
Do I know any place that might be safe to rest?
No,
No.
in the trees.
In the trees.
That's a very bad plan. They stay in the trees.
They came. We don't really know where they came.
It was a tree. You shot down with a tree.
You did shoot things out of the tree.
Therefore, the trees are not safe because they are dead, terrifying creatures.
I mean, we have the option of, because we were working on, no, we were just moving, we weren't working on resting.
Yes, I believe we should run.
But if we run us back, we're running back at night. Regardless, we're traveling at night.
As the wood slowly reverses in time back to where it belongs.
I believe we can cast very
Wood knits itself like
Well,
clay.
we can try and
Oh
sleep
my
again
gosh.
here.
It's
Or
like
we can
that.
Go, or we can go back. I kind of feel like
You
that's
can
where
totally
we're
see
at.
the
Right,
streets.
so kind of we want to sleep in the caravan and have people keep watch.
We tried that.
No, she's talking about as we're traveling back, I think, right? Or are you saying just here and do that again?
Well, did we not want to scout the outpost?
I believe we want to go
I-
back.
I
we should
do.
fly and then attempt to try the outpost again. We came woefully unprepared this time.
So
I
we
just
we
feel
have to decide which one we're doing, because what I gathered is that we're going to have the owl scout the outpost, but we have to do that at some point. If we return now, we're not going to get a chance to do that, so you don't know what you're up against.
It's true, we have to decide. Do we scout the outpost, stay the night in the woods, or out here, or do we ride back to town?
Maybe we could go deeper in
Exhausted.
the woods. That's further.
It's not going to get much
Somehow I think that's a terrible plan.
Yes, we know your feelings about the woods. Thank you.
Because the woods are evil.
Well, the other problem that you're going to hit is you can't get a caravan through the woods, so you're abandoning the caravan at that point.
Okay, well, I mean, how many watches? We didn't get through many watches. How many did we get through? One?
We got attacked by screaming death creatures, and you were just sleeping in the same
See if you
spot.
got through none.
No one. Well, we know
This
what
is after-
Ruin, your vote is to go back home now, right?
Yes, this is after the crazy raid thing, the giant undead ogre, and then we get
What about
attacked
you,
by
Ben?
screaming
What do you
death.
think?
This is a
Do you want
wonderful
to go back or
shit.
try and rough it out here? Because it takes us a day to get, or half a day.
Let's take that.
Take a day.
Approximately.
Right. Okay. Shit. Almost got you lost. Do you want to stay or travel a day back and then come back prepared and rested? So we have 1 and 1. Then Kenton would like to stay. So that's 2.
Die.
I will assist in any way I can. I abstain from this way.
Okay, so we're staying. Maroon, get your new undies on because it's about to get real.
Just for the sake of the record, I believe this is a horrible decision, and we're all going to die in excruciating
Wait.
Rune says great leadership, Kenton Bloodleaf Forest Warrior.
I note it, so we're good.
I will note it in my own log. Thank you very much.
I can clean those bottles for you.
My trousers are perfectly fine.
Who is
And
most injured right
I got healed up after that because of short rest. Like we got a short rest before we got attacked, so I used all my hit dice. So
now?
I'm
So
alright.
where are you? Like,
Yeah, that's 3.
I'm at 39.
Alright, and where are you?
I've suffered 8 wounds. 8 severed wounds.
Okay, so I'm at 24, and since I only need this to transfer 4 hours, I'll take the first 4 hours, and you guys can hopefully get some semblance of healing.
Well, let me take.
I am at 3, and I still have that crap from the stupid dude that has been permanently lowered.
Do you want me to take the first 2 or the first watch since I do have
Yeah.
max HP or whatever, or close to it? That way you can get a short rest like while you're napping for your
In case you
watch.
get woken up.
Yeah.
How does that work? If it's 4 hours, does it have to be 4 continuous hours?
No.
No, so it can be 2 and 2, and then that'll be fine if it's.
But you won't get the benefit of the 4,000.
If I were to be woken up at the 2, would I get the benefit of a short rest, or is it a long time to nap in?
No, I'm gonna change it out. You have to actively choose a short rest. So that's
Okay.
you guys.
So then there's no
copy
benefit
your-
for me
your
doing that.
long rest.
So I'll go first, so you guys can rest.
Okay.
And heal on show.
I'm using all of my hit dice at this point.
I think it called me a Elantra.
No.
Monday.
What did you call?
Motor. Snada.
Monday. Geo
So
tracker.
you guys decide what you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my hit die because I got 3 hit points left. Wait, if you complete a
What do you-
full rest, are you just fully healed at that point?
Yes.
Then you get back half of your hit dice.
Okay,
It would
so
be safe to use all of your hit dice.
yeah, I'm gonna do that in case we get attacked by screaming death again.
What do you guys think about me staying up for the first 2 hours with, and like putting up barricades and stuff, and then I wouldn't take a watch? So like we'd have double protection at the beginning, plus I'd fortify whatever we could, like as far as protecting, maybe put up
The
some
problem we have
crazy
is
palisades.
Rune is not the strongest watcher.
That's a
We
good
only
point.
have 3. We just need 3. Yeah. I don't.
Watch
So I don't know how defensible this position
The
is.
one time we let you
Well,
watch
I mean, just at least from one area, like if we just put, say there's like 2 trees and I just put spikes there, they can't, just something like minimal.
Yeah. I guess what is like the. And this is very out of character here because I want to talk about this Ben, but what do you mean by like spikes? You're talking about like a wooden stake in the ground. You have these pre-sharpened. Are they ready to go?
No, that's what I'm saying. I would take 2 hours to make
Just-
some sort of.
As rules, I don't believe that would constitute light activity.
Right, I wouldn't be resting for those 2 hours. That would be my watch, essentially. Like,
No. When you do a long rest of your 8 hours, 2 can be light activity,
oh, I see what you're saying.
which usually includes watching. But you can maybe tinker with some tools, but I think work like sharpening,
Okay,
barricading.
I got you. Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to bed then.
Do you have any tactical advice for us?
Don't die.
Yeah, should we sleep in the way?
Well, that worked pretty well last time we didn't get killed.
Like, this is your expertise. Where, like, how should we position ourselves? This is a good place to position ourselves.
Is this a good place to position ourselves?
Oh my god.
Based upon the terrain and surrounding areas.
We're on a television
Yeah, are there any rocks nearby?
Oh, that's a good start to the evening. 21.
Dave, what does that mean over there? I feel like it means
He's putting our doom. Strategic.
Kara's gonna chest
strategic.
fight coming up.
Strategic.
Technically speaking, you can maneuver the caravan itself close enough to the trees to use them as back cover so that you had only focus during the front. So that your area to scout is only a certain amount. You can go even further by funneling some of the foot traffic that could approach so that it would be clear in the view of the road.
So I propose we move the caravan to flank, protect our flank, and then divert some of the pathways into a funnel type situation where we can mixstabber them as they come in.
Okay.
And we can just put Ben out there and dodge him because he's so dodgeable.
I like that.
Rune, can you put an alarm?
Yeah, so we could put the alarm at the begin or near the funnel P portion of the camp.
Yes, I should be able to. I'm going to make it audible.
To everyone, or just to you?
Do everyone talk of fighting?
We should probably take Roger to bed.
Okay, so we are going to Possession. We're going to.
That
Yeah,
just-
we're going to possession. Drugs.
Good.
So we just turned into Archer Vice. Is that what
Okay, you listen to caravan. Here's one for lunch.
I want
and then I'll take next. And then
Put the take 10 minutes, put the alarm spell up, or can't definitely put it.
So we want it at the the funnel area.
Yeah, so you're gonna funnel.
The
So
eight
the
does
idea
it.
where if they go to where they could not be seen, like if they go to the tree line,
Right.
they'll trigger the alarm. Otherwise, they're gonna go in plain sight.
Gotcha.
2 hours pass. Very easy.
my
A
favorite
nice
place.
dark forest, swaying with the breeze. A nice summer wind. Large bird, probably the size of a dragon, flying overhead, blocking the alarm. Does not make a sound. You just hear it booming across enough to shake the trees, kind of like an airplane. Large, big ass birds in the sky. 2 hours pass. You have second watch?
I do have second watch, but
Outside of watching a few squirrels, showing you that life outside of the insanity of instant death does still exist in the ecosystem, they have head off just the enough right protective traits. It is a squirrel with a hard shell. Good. It's got pat
Does he have a
tactics.
does he have a long
No,
neck?
he burrows. He takes just enough nuts and goes underneath the ground.
Stay strong for us, warrior. I'm with
The 4th hour is upon you. I should say the 4th hour is completed. Second watch is done. Second leg is done.
So then we're gonna have Kenton do next watch. Just max Kenton.
You smack Kenton, he does not wake up.
Smack him again.
You smack him again, he does not wake up.
Takes out her dagger. It's like lightly cuts him.
Okay.
I like to cut him.
You cut Kenton, you happen to notice that he's not bleeding.
Oh, that's
I'm invincible. I'm one with the forest. Yes.
Yes.
I feel for a pulse.
Do a medicine check.
All right.
Who's got the pulse put me on airplane?
6.
He has no pulse.
It's 10.
It says you can't find a pulse.
Ben, hey, Ben, Roger, Ben, Roger, Ben,
Can I roll to see if I hear this?
Ben, Kenton died.
What? You don't. You're sleeping.
Kenton died.
You have a very eccentric life. This is just kind of crazy dream.
Insight.
Insight. Roll with disadvantage. You're waking up.
That's a low.
That's so low. Very insightful.
What is it? 12.
Oh, the dead things must have got him then. Didn't know.
Oh no, Kenton.
Do your doctor thing.
Kenton. Okay, you lose 5 of your healing hand points, but you choke Kenton awake.
Before I'm here.
Oh,
Hi. What happened? My turn. I gotta watch.
You now feel the throbbing of your where'd you slash him at?
I'd say like his shin. Like
I feel like you got scraped.
scraped.
You are bleeding now. So
There must have been a big ass bug. Did you?
what happened?
I don't know, man.
There's
I got
this big, it came down.
deception.
Yep, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
I'm still sleeping.
Blades work.
2.
Yep, sounds exactly like you're putting it down.
There's a bug. Big. But I just went for your leg. As a nature warrior, it probably just really got jealous.
That makes total sense.
You're still.
I like that.
All right, so at this point,
I am
now
a
you're gonna
strong
wake up,
force
between
warrior.
like the Bart Simpson choking.
Yes, yes. What are you doing?
So
It's my watch, right? I'm ready. You guys go back to sleep.
Why is everyone awake?
You guys go back to sleep. It's my watch.
She cut him. Why?
Wait, what?
Nature.
Forest warrior on forest warrior crime is illegal.
Yes, you're a forest warrior. Yes.
Nature.
We all hear this.
Ken just like briefly died. It's fine. He's back.
Wait, briefly died.
I what? Huh?
It's fine. You're fine.
I
You're just
was going to see if you could use shock
It's
and
just
stuff.
He is now.
Ben,
He started bleeding the second he woke back up.
Ben, what's going
So
on?
therefore, as
Hit
long
me
as
with
he's
the medicine
unconscious,
chest.
he's invincible.
Don't stab me in the neck like you did when you woke me up. All right? Oh my.
Heal his brain. He's become Cyril next. Suddenly, he's a great accountant.
But yeah, I wanna peer into the life energy within Kent.
Okay, so you're gonna meditate on the skin for a bit.
No, you are
Don't
not.
drag his soul like you did to yours.
Can you just go to look? We
You
just
need
we need to get to.
assistance.
Yeah, I will assist with warding off the evil spirits while you guys sleep.
Let me help you ward off spirits. You're warding in and of itself.
The forest warriors are versed in many arts that you.
Yes, you mighty forest warrior. Yes.
Excuse me. And I hold up the leaf. Do you not see this majestic?
I see that the forest cursed you. I don't necessarily see that makes you a forest warrior.
You
Everyone
are
roll
a
perception.
glass, half empty kind of guy.
I'm a glass doesn't exist kind of guy.
Everybody roll perception.
Kenton will be rolling a disadvantage because he's making an
I am not doing well. I got a 7. Just you're done. I'm sorry, guys. You're done.
Where did mine go?
I kept rolling 2.
I don't know.
Because like, what am I doing?
Because you're like making a point as you're doing
Okay,
this.
I got it.
7.
7.
My perception bonus is 0, so I have 6.
You're not
Cool.
The highest was
Note. Facts. Moving on. Grayed out option.
Oh, I can't help you if you want to.
Kenton.
Have we,
I'm sorry.
have we
Advocate's on
ascended
alert
our
mode. Did you look at
partnership to that level?
I mean, at this
Would-
point,
would
he's
you
just a
like to
bird.
take-
Nothing
Go
else.
back to sleep.
No. Just
I can
fix
see him
it.
not wanting to.
Fix
He does
me.
stuff on his
Fetch
own,
me.
completely autonomous of me. So.
Yeah, he's
You are
flying
the
around.
discoverer of
He
Nelicite now.
attempted to eat a squirrel with a strong shell-like back, but it burrowed into the ground after finding a sufficient amount of leaves.
It's unfortunate for you, Evans. Go in hyper alert mode.
So Ben's gonna like do
Gonna do.
medical voodoo on me.
All right, so
Yes, while you're doing that, I'm going.
you explore Batman's chakras for a bit.
Yes, you do whatever foolish forest warrior-ness you're
No,
doing and
no,
crazy
close your
monkey
thumb
things.
here.
I'm going back to sleep.
You're fine.
I'm going to sleep. Like right back in like a little makeshift tent that you made somewhere in Port of Caravan.
I can feel the bond between the stone and the shovel.
There's something there.
You feel something is a bit awry, but you can't place it. It might be the awkwardness between you. You felt something once, but then it passed.
I feel something.
Yes, your hand is attached to mine. Is that what you mean? You told me to close my thumb and make that motion.
Close my thumb.
Something new is right.
I know. Forest warrior of the second order now. Have you seen my leaf?
It's
Covered in my blood. I've sacrificed well.
It may not be what you wish for.
Okay.
I said it may not be what you wish for.
Accept it because it is a burden that all forest warriors must endure. I'll take watch.
Sitting on top of the caravan?
Yes, the best vantage point.
It is the best possible. What is everyone else doing? You've meditated.
The log that follows the flow of the stream eventually.
I went to
falls down
sleep
the
before
water.
they started doing whatever monk craziness they
And
decided
then
to
a
do.
new tree is wounds.
No, it's dead log. It's a fucking dead log.
No, it's got water and earth.
Go back to sleep.
Everyone needs sleep for his brain to function properly. Also, I'm out of spells.
Roger.
Just think about the path before you.
You're sleeping. I can't hear
I'm
you.
not excited.
I'm simple.
I can't hear you down on my top. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. I knock on the top. Can't hear you.
Tuck the thumb.
Can't hear you.
Shut up. Some of us are trying to sleep.
I look through like the hole from where something like hit an axe in there. I said, Rune, go to sleep.
Tempting to. We need to be silent. If you keep talking, I will hit you with a fireball, I swear.
You're inside the caravan. You will light yourself.
Don't care.
Okay. The night continues. Nights out on Aurora are mostly horrifying. There is sound.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Right. This is the way the whole
The skies themselves are typically like these feathery clouds you see outside, only they are on the spectrum of most wonderful sunset at all point in times.
That sounds beautiful.
It does sound beautiful.
Yes, I think it contains the number across the whole zone.
Constantly swirling like the aurora, giving you just enough dim lights as it kind of billows through, as you can see like the breeze up top, which is in complete contrast to actual wind that is blowing across the trees, which are all as dark as coal. Make a charisma saving throw.
A Christmas.
I'm gonna die.
I'm trying to dazzle the skies.
This guy's dazzling again.
6.
Okay.
We're not doing good.
Can I see your sheet?
Yeah, no, we're not.
It's not a strong time for us.
Yeah.
Not a strong roll time for us.
Well, we have to write again. You want to still be a druid in the next party, or are you going on something else?
Hey, we have a strong defensive position with a 21.
Okay. You believe that you are watching this wonderful nature scene and communing. Dawn comes.
It's glorious to be a part of the
Have we had
forest.
this in the last
For the three of you, you will ignore everything that Anthony says, as it is not currently happening in reality, only in his mind.
Oh, great.
You think you're still on watch. Dawn strikes. Watch is over.
So his whole
Kenton is still up there on watch.
Are we all awake?
Yep. He doesn't go to wake anyone, so whoever was next expected to be woken up, you will spend another couple hours before you wake up naturally.
Oh,
let's assume we all wake up right now.
So I get my hit dice and my magic spells back, right?
Yeah, you have it on us.
Double checking because we got woke up in the middle of it.
Leaves and Aurora,
Be able to
Forest,
zap that.
Warrior, Kenton. I think I'm onto something.
I feel.
Well, I do my
very
normal
well
ritual as
A
soon as I wake
burrowing
up.
squirrel.
Okay.
Maybe we could have hard shells on us for extra armor. Yes, the forest provides. This is a long watch.
Morning.
Good morning.
Do two good
Where's the
days.
fool?
That's nice.
Maybe he slept outside.
He's still up there. Kenton's up there on top of the
Tree boy,
caravan.
where are you at?
Well, let's go.
Well, no response for
Kenton
calling him tree boy. Usually he
Leans
responds.
over.
Can I hear them or no?
You're still in nighttime.
Cool.
It's night in your world. What?
You feeling better, Kenton? Sore. Thought I lost you. Lorenzo apparently
Why
thought
didn't you
were
wake
dead.
anyone up for the next watch? How is it nice up here? We're Death Woods in the middle of Deathland.
What is it like outside?
I like
It's nice, actually. So the mornings are nice. They're kind of like a dull 60s, a little bit humid.
It is actually pretty nice.
Yes, yes.
Very bountiful
Deadly things
morning.
are always pretty right before they tear your face off.
Kenton gets down. Who's proficient in insight?
I am.
Insight check, only you.
Yay, I'm gonna use this fiery
I
copy.
do have insight as a thing on here. Like, it's the proficiency is the one you have like the dot in, right?
Yes.
11 total.
Yeah, I have that.
So he's also
Okay.
I have also 11 total.
Okay.
Bad at stuff. That includes perception. Or wisdom of any kind.
good.
Not standing up here for Kenton just to jump off. He's a little bit more, could be a squirrely day based off of him not waking up yesterday and him just jumping down as opposed to him getting down, saying comments that is more befitting to a Kenton caliber commentary.
Fair enough.
He looks around. Go hunting. I like hunting.
Oh yes, mighty
What are you
forest.
talking about?
Oh.
Great shot.
I believe
Oh
you.
yes,
You're
mighty
a
forest warrior.
fantastic hunter.
There you
I'm
go.
a forest warrior.
There you go.
Although you might not be quiet
Sure.
enough.
Of course, look at this, this leaf.
Yes, we've been over this. Leaf is a curse. It is not actually a blessing.
Well, I disagree. Tell me more. Tell me your thoughts, little one.
I wouldn't listen to him.
Did you just call me little?
You're so short. Look at you.
It's true, you're terrible.
Zap!
You gonna attack him?
Low power,
Little bit like static. His
Yeah.
hair goes up.
like static thing.
Look, now I'm a forest storm warrior.
Oh man, that breeze is so
Someone
nice
get
tonight.
that before I actually do decide to electrocute him.
Ruin still.
Yeah, you still well
Like, can I
around.
Just, can I
Any
start
more
moving
comments on my
character?
height, and I will start letting everyone
like
on fire.
the horses.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm gonna start going up to like I can
Embrace
moving the caravan forward.
Well, so should Rune send us out a scout before we return to town?
But
for
we
the
have to
rest
get
of the
close
trip?
enough to do that.
Oh,
Well-
how far away are we?
How far away from this stupid outpost?
In about an hour
To location?
to the location of the outpost.
Yeah, so I guess we were moving on to the death trap that we are going to go walking
We
to.
are.
I thought we agreed we were going back to Shepherd to get received.
Well, apparently not, because everyone has outvoted us.
Oh, because we can scout and then return in the same.
Side note, did I
That
learn
sounds
anything from
great.
the autopsy of the creepy thing?
It's still there. It's still dead.
So I didn't learn anything from cutting it apart, or...
Well, you kind of went to sleep.
Okay.
So you,
Well, then I guess if you're leading the caravan over, I will send Abacus to scout, and then I guess I must watch through his eyes.
so you're gonna go an hour, scout with Abacus, or he's gonna go try to scout from here an hour out.
We were going.
Well, we're gonna go a little bit closer to it.
Yeah, we're gonna move
Okay,
there,
well, if we're just right
and then
up
scout
there.
from like 100-yard distance. We're not gonna try and we're not gonna go into the outpost. We're gonna scout from there. So we'll continue until we can see it visually, and then from there we'll probably stop.
Alright, I guess we load up. Kenton, grab that corpse and throw it in the back of the thing for me. I want to go ahead and dissect it.
Kenton, believing he's a strong forest warrior, goes to pick up the creature. Kenton, you snap into reality, feeling like you must have nodded off and woke back up. So you pick up this creature, you fall with it. So now you're holding a dead humanoid. So you just pick it up and you kind of collapse with it for a second. You find yourself on the ground with the white thing.
Alarm! Alarm! And I shoot it in the head.
Why are you shooting the corpse I'm going to dissect?
Oh my god! What?
I asked you to pick
I
it
fell
up.
asleep.
How are you?
This was
Oh,
attacking us.
No, you
I
were
woke up and it was on
2 seconds
top of me.
You were quite talking to me 2 seconds ago. I asked you to pick up the
I was
corpse
on
and
watch
put
2
it in the
seconds
back.
ago.
on your
No,
hands.
you were not.
Blood from the leaf.
Is it blood from the dead thing that was just killed?
His hands are red.
Silence, fool. Listen to me for a moment. A moment ago, you were talking
You
to
have
me
a
in a
marker
conversation.
from the leaf.
And I informed you, and I asked you to take the corpse of the thing and throw it in the back of the caravan so that way I could dissect
No,
it.
no, no.
You lean down to pick
little
it up,
person. Listen.
And then all of a sudden you're shooting. Now you're calling me a little person.
Well, I'm sorry. Small in stature person. I was
So I
on
need to
watch.
shock you again,
When did you shock me the first time?
like a minute ago.
No. A minute ago, I was on watch, looking at this beautiful. Oh my God, it's daylight.
Then how did you get from the top of the caravan down to here where you were at?
Yeah, you're all right.
You
Well,
were watching the top of the caravan.
obviously,
and
my
you
forest instinct took over, and I defended you all from this horrible beast. And I
We
pointed
already
across
killed
in
it
his
last
head.
night. This is
I just killed it
dead
for
for
you.
many hours.
Over it.
No, that sounds accurate. I mean, he knows the forest. We should trust his logic on the
Oh my
forest.
God, we are brethren.
That's
Here,
exactly what
Ben
we are.
showed me how to
I
extend
think
friendship.
it was the intimate hand holding
And
that just brought
You have to close
the
thumb.
forest.
You have to
Why
close
did I have to leave
thumb.
the library?
You have
I
to
don't
close thumb.
understand why I left the library.
The thumb.
That's
Like,
the only explanation. Is the forest obviously.
The squeaking one is less annoying than you are.
What's his name?
next time,
I
we
don't
can just
know
let the
his name.
spider.
His name is the squeaking one.
I'm an NPC.
And he fetches books for me. That's
So rude to our little friend.
What's that? I don't know what happened. I was sleeping, and then
I've
we were
seen
getting
this
attacked.
before. It's a loss of memory. They call it a Vogue.
I think he was possessed.
Folks.
Depossess him somehow. You're all the priestly things.
I'm not possessed. I would know if I was.
I know of simple medicinal things, but Lorenzo, would you know?
I could shock him and see
I'm
what
going with
happens.
it's obvious that he was possessed by the forest spirit.
Is that a thing?
He'd be happy about that, though. It's not
It
a bad
is
thing.
that it might not be a thing, but it also could be a thing. We don't know. I have not seen the case, but
So
he
you-
believes he is so.
You summon spirit boxes all the time.
Oh, I do something spirit. Yeah, that's true. I do summon spirit. It is possible, and obviously, as a great forest warrior, how are we to?
So he was possessed by the spirit of an even greater asshole.
Uh
Oh my god, is that even possible?
huh. Yeah.
So
It
you're saying
really
that I
is.
have ascended to the
Uh-huh.
forest
You
plane.
should go with that instinct and assume that you ascended to the forest plane.
Well,
I sense a hint.
sometimes the only way to put out a fire is to let the fuel burn. So
We're gonna burn him.
I can do that.
No, I take both my crossbolts out. You guys stay the fuck away from me.
I will pick up the reins.
What's your armor class?
My armor class is 17.
Drop your feet.
Plus 8.
Yeah, that hits her.
Wait, you shot her?
I didn't shoot.
What's your armor class?
Dude, I
15.
raised my crossbow.
Yes, it's
15.
going to kill the Kenton real
Alright,
quick.
blue is druids. 7 and 13 to you.
So, jokingly, he's like,
10.
crossbows!
10.
And he speeds triggers.
Wait,
7
can
and
you
10.
No, he misses you.
Okay.
He
Well-
does hit Laurentia.
So
he's
7.
like- Being Kenton, and your fingers actually pull the trigger.
Wait, what the fuck? I didn't do
Well, you
that.
Really quick, does this appear to be misfire?
I mean, it's Kenton.
I dropped the. I drop him immediately. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. I don't know what happened.
I produced flame at his foot and hit stop finger.
Okay.
Let me roll the hit.
Sure, roll at disadvantage. You're burning his feet.
Shocking grasp a cantrip. Zap.
What is?
So that's going to be a 16. Does that hit you?
It's his feet, but yeah.
You shot me. What?
Sure.
So you take a point of fire damage as your feet get burned.
Just find inspiration to level up to 5 really quick, just for future.
Can I use my downtime ketchup?
I'm static shocking you again. You're
Okay.
doing it down.
Just because you get beaten down? Okay.
He shot us.
Okay, so let me recap the actions. They happen very quickly. Kenton, being boisterous, is like, jokers. Trigger is actually fired, missed you, hit you. You burn it. He drops his weapons. You burn his feet.
Yes.
And now you are going to shock and grasp him.
No, I'm gonna static shock his ass again.
Okay, so you get basically the equivalent of what you do with a balloon. So hair up, that's about it.
Stop trying to shoot people.
I didn't.
Evidence says otherwise.
Bolting your arm.
I am a master marksman. You think I would misfire my crossbows?
Exhibit A.
I'm telling you, I did not do it. And that's why they're on the ground.
Well, then you're definitely possessed. Tie him up.
Do
I
not
will do you
tie
for
me.
5 points.
You're possessed by something, and you're attempting to kill us. Yes.
Maybe-
you tie it up.
Maybe it was the threatening manner that you were.
I'll burn the crossbows.
You will do no such
help you with
thing.
that. I
I-
produced flame.
Oh my
Would you
God.
like me to help you burn it?
I'm not going to do that as long as he agrees to be restrained temporarily until we figure out what the hell
You're
is
not.
wrong
I'm
with
not
him.
being restrained.
And
So
keep
are
your
you-
distance
so
from
you
the
either-
crossbows.
Everyone needs to calm down right now, okay? We
Fine.
know Kenton.
Keep his weapons away from him.
We know Lorenzo, we know Bruno.
No, and I pick my crossbows up and holster them.
Okay, so I'm going to think this through. He either did not mean to shoot us, but still shot us.
Obviously.
But he's an excellent marksman, so he couldn't have shot us, but he still shot us. But he does not want to be restrained because obviously he doesn't want to shoot us, but he still shot us.
He's possessed by the forest. They're attempting to kill us
Let's
again.
think about this.
We are in the undead motherland right now. I am not going without access to my weapons.
You are possessed by some
I am
kind
not
of
a captain,
forest
this is not the
spirit. You pissed off
sirens.
the tree, now the tree wants to kill us in revenge.
So you either intentionally shot us, or you are not as good of a marksman as you think you are, mistakenly shot us. or-
I'm saying that something happened that.
Or someone is possessing you and shot us.
Sure,
Regardless-
something is possessing me and shot you.
So we
If
shall
we want to go
restrain
with
you.
that, that's fine. But you're not
Either
tying
that
my
or he's
hands
just
up.
an idiot.
Then we can
I won't point the weapons at you anymore. How about that?
Well, yes, you should not put a loaded weapon on anything you don't intend to kill in the
if
first
something
place.
made
Well,
you shoot us, how do
yes.
you have control of your
I mean,
arms?
Kenton could I hold on to one of them?
You might
No.
not think that you
Yes,
want
you
to
can have
shoot us, but you can still shoot us.
Sure, I'm giving one to them. I will
Alright.
keep one in case.
I'm going
No,
one.
we are in a dangerous territory.
If you point it in my direction, I will shoot you.
Oh, that's fair. And if you
Because I
make
will
a
assume
threatening, manner
violence is
towards
not
me,
the
I will
No,
shoot
if
you.
you point it at me again, I'm going to assume he's possessed by something that's attempting to kill me, and I'm going to fire back.
Do you know how to get rid of a possessed spirit?
Burn whatever it's in.
We're already working on that.
No.
But nothing.
I look at the leaf.
Still red.
Understand.
Just blood red like it always is.
Actually, roll insight. Or perception, just whatever you just roll.
They're the same for me.
Yeah, but I think the difference is nothing.
13. For both, actually.
Yeah, as you touch it with your fingers, which should be like sticky, you notice that it's kind of like glue as it starts to wear off and being a little less sticky. It's a little less viscous.
So it's like
Yeah, it's becoming thicker. It went from
Wait a minute.
dripping to.
yeah, it went from like dripping to like paste. Yeah, tacky. It's getting tacky.
So regardless,
I have
something's
one.
wrong. He has not attacked us once, and despite your differences, I doubt he would be as ill-intentioned as to strike any of us.
We still have
I never said you did
Problem.
on purpose.
Right.
I said either he's possessed or he's
ill-intentioned
an
or
idiot.
not, yeah, he either is not good of a marksman, or he's
Well,
possessed.
I mean, if I wanted to shoot and kill you, right? Like, it's not that good.
So then it's the other. So then
I'm
you
going
have to agree one of the two.
I get both. That's 4.
I believe
He could be both maybe and possessed. I mean, that's a possibility. It's both.
He could be both, but if you are possessed, then you.
I
don't
gave
have-
up one of my weapons.
Great, but you still have another weapon.
Yes, to protect myself from undead.
Are you protecting yourself from
Fiends.
yourself?
Well,
Because
if
I
he
am
points
awake.
it at himself,
Alright.
it'll stop him then.
Now I know what's happening.
Kenton would
You
agree.
knew what was happening then.
He has
No, I
only
didn't.
2 cross.
You
Wait,
were awake. You were standing
Kenton.
up. You were talking. To
You
us.
guys said I was possessed. I thought I had a really good sleep.
I need the big one too.
I lost that back at one of our other fights.
Oh, you did? So we can all agree, Kenton is mainly about
Yes.
shooting his crossbows. If he didn't have any crossbows, he'd be completely useless. So we've taken
I
about
do have a
half.
sword.
I've already stated that it's fine if he shoots his weapons.
Can I
Just
have
don't
this?
point them in my direction. It is a simple concept. Do not point a loaded weapon at anyone you don't want to kill.
admit, you're a danger to us.
Never. I would never harm Roger.
You lit-
Look what you did to Lorenzo.
I just said Roger. Here's my.
I don't care
I
what
have-
weapons he has. Give him all his weapons. As long
What?
as he doesn't point
I
them
don't,
in
I
my
don't have any
direction.
weapons. You have you guys in your character?
I have one hand crossbow.
Do not point them in my direction, and we won't have a problem.
Do not static wizard me.
Then stop shooting at me.
Then stop making threats.
No, that's all I
So-
do.
Can't we
Like I
just be friends?
said, sometimes the easiest way to put out a fire is to let the fuel burn. I say we go back to the town because obviously something's going on here, and we cannot.
Yes, you need to see a priest.
We need to go back to the
deep
tree so I
possess
can
you.
plant my leaf and solidify my warrior.
Is this the least
And
do
you
you
are more than
possess?
happy to go try to
It's
find
changed.
the tree.
It used to be
Yeah,
watery
you
and
just
bloody,
plant
and
the
now it's
Oh, I know. And he can go
thicker
try to find
paste.
the tree by himself. I'm more than
No, he
welcome.
wants to plant it at the outpost. He wants to take the red leaf and plant it at the outpost.
Okay, well let's listen to what he's actually saying.
Hmm?
What do you want to do with the leaf?
I wanted to give it back to the tree originally because I thought that's where it'd be best.
Jesse, he's
Or
more than welcome to
What-
go try to find
what
it
would-
himself.
What would he do
refuse go
to-
back into the
to-
forest?
Pay back against first crimes.
Let it run its course.
Cut off a limb and then
So we simply wait, and it will eventually go away.
Once he learns
And
what the curse is trying to teach him.
and I go weaponless
So
in
it's,
undead.
it's a lesson to be learned. It's not a debt to be paid.
Correct. Traditionally, it is a lesson to be learned, and if he doesn't learn it, then he dies.
Not non-traditional.
Well,
I thought you didn't know anything about this curse.
That is what I believe.
It's just speaking nature of all.
What do you guys
Like
do?
weak die, you learn or you get killed. Jeremy.
You either learn from what the curse is teaching you, or you die.
Yes, that I
Yes.
have done nothing wrong to nature except provide my sacrifice the
Steal
entire
trees
time.
from them,
Yes, but I think
it's
it's the-
Right, you're saying I got the curse because I took the leaves, correct?
And then it's not something you learn.
Yes.
It just
Yes,
happens to be-
since I have taken the leaves and have been cursed, you say I either learned from my mistake or died
You
trying.
either learn the way that the curse wants you to learn, or you die.
Okay, so I have been taking sacrifices, taking all of your blood when you get hit, providing protection, and not harming nature in any way possible since I've gotten this curse. How is that a affront against nature?
I don't
I would
don't know
test
what
this
the
by
curse
cutting
is
myself to
doing.
see if you still get damage, but I'm not stupid enough to do that.
You can cut me, it's fine.
Well,
I
Other
bug
than
caught me
serves
earlier.
no purpose.
have you learned from your choices?
Wait, you
Do you
shot her.
understand-
Did you take damage?
Do you understand why you shouldn't have taken the leaves?
Him. Important
Yes.
point. He shot you.
You know, I'm
Damage is
super
very
pissed.
superficial.
Just say.
He didn't burst out in blood.
But he shot
It
you.
was one of those burrow
Well,
squirrels,
he
I tell you.
didn't
They were
flinch.
very.
That's
Wait, did he not get injured when he shot me?
damage is very superficial, but he did not appear to be in pain or like he got hurt in any way.
You know what, I'm fine with continuing as long as Kenton walks along the caravan.
As long as you go first, I'm fine.
I would go first anyway.
I'm not allowing you at my back while you may be possessed by evil spirits.
Ben, you look troubled. What would you like to say? Provide your counsel.
I feel like something's going on with you with this leaf. I feel like
I think he's
Laurentia might know the answer, but I feel like you're not willing to teach because you'd rather see him suffer.
The knowledge that I have given is he needs to learn from the curse. I can't tell you what it is that needs to be learned because I do not know what the curse is. But if he is still being punished for it, he's obviously not learned his lesson.
Well, I wanted to go back and return the leaf to the tree that I took from, which would be learning from my curse and not taking the leaf.
Well, maybe he's not as learned or astute in the laws of nature. Could you provide some guidance? What might the lesson be that he should be learning from this? Surely your experience could guide him down some path, rather than let him wander aimlessly until
What
he
do you
collapses.
think you've learned from this curse?
Don't
Other than
take
that, you're-
leaves from the trees
Why?
because they hurt and are in pain.
So you've not learned his, that's
So help him. Help him to learn.
Why? I'm in pain when I get hit. That's what pain. If you take something, it's in pain. No, it's
Surely
not sacrifice.
No Day could have learned his lesson when he was captured by the ants. Nature would have killed him, but you stepped in. Couldn't you step in?
Yes, please stop.
no.
Well, then I will go adventure and try to plant this at the tree because I think that's what needs to happen.
And
I can almost guarantee you that is not what is supposed to happen. You
Okay,
are
then I
welcome
won't
to try
do
it, but I can guarantee
It will
you
be
that's not what's supposed to happen.
How?
well,
If you don't know anything about it, how can you guarantee that's not the way to?
Valencia,
Mhm.
you obviously, your character is quite angry.
Yes.
When you say the word no to Ben and Kenton, you yourself feel cold. It is as though you have offended your gods. As though you are not doing something you should be doing. So you, in your passion, for wherever those reasons are,
I'm all about this right now.
when you deny someone cursed with the magic of nature, nature itself gives you a nice bitch slap across the spiritual face. Not everyone sees it, but you feel it.
I will try to remove the curse under the condition that you are restrained because we don't know what the curse is doing. And you don't have access to your crossbows or sword.
I don't want to disarm him in Deathland.
Thank you.
Compromise.
I gave all of them except for one.
How about I'll give you back your crossbow, but you only get them loaded, and I'll hold the ammunition.
No,
If
no,
you go
no,
rogue,
no, no,
you
no,
don't get
no.
any more bolts.
Give him his weapons and
But
everything.
if you
back.
seem
One quiver.
2 bolts.
Yes.
If you seem capable of yourself, when the need arises, I will provide the ammunition for
That's not technically.
Everyone is no.
you. Well, neither is you shooting our teammates.
You see a fox. You see a fox. A real fox.
I can't.
A fox is
If
watching
I
you
only get one volley against
from the tree line.
I'm dead. I'll be overwhelmed and killed anyway. So what's the difference?
Bickering individuals. Yes, you are. Listen.
No, we're discussing. We're not bickering.
No, just give him his weapons and ammunition back. Keep
Fuzzy
an eye on
red
it.
tail.
I only need one.
All we have to do is keep an eye on it. Once you get your weapons out of his hands,
I did not know
I'll
my
change
fingers
buttons
would
later.
involuntarily fire at my teammates. I will not. I will not point you. Exactly. Ruin.
That's what I'm saying. Just take your shit back and just don't point your weapon at me.
Okay, I hear you. I agree with you.
Because I think it's going to be a very bad attack. If we disarm him, then we get swarmed by undead things, and then he can't fight back, and then we all die.
I would like to state that the reason that I don't want him to be armed is not because I think he's going to accidentally point his things at us and shoot. If you do not have control of your fingers, what does it say that there will come a time where you don't have control of your arms?
Compromise. If we go back to the village and not into Deathland, I will give you both my crossbows.
That sounds very reasonable.
So we don't. So we were going to scout and not actually go into the Deathlands.
We are going towards the Deathland to scout. The motherland of death.
I don't
We
think
still
disarm
have
will go into a borderline dead thing. That we can dissolve.
We were 2 miles out, or however far when we
I don't
slept.
die because we don't have any ammo.
You're okay. You are 3 miles out from the destination.
Okay, so we were 3 miles out when we got attacked.
It is
I don't-
approximately 33 minutes. 27-minute instruction.
I ranged
0.7.
Hey!
Whoa.
just shy.
Nice try. He got you. He got you.
Stealth fail.
Crit
So-
fail.
The options I see that have been proposed is continue into Deathland with Kenton armed and potentially dangerous
Disagree.
to us. It's still an option. Return to the outpost
Agree.
without our scouting achieved. However, Kenton will be disarmed and will not pose a threat to us. Those
I
are
leave the
two
choice up to you.
I agree with returning to the freaking outpost because we're all going to die if we continue on.
Dude, I'm starting to see why you enjoy the library
Lights.
Yes, less idiots.
Well, then what is your?
Also, less chance of dying. Books usually don't kill you.
You stated the options.
Spider.
What do you think?
Yeah, spider books kill you. Yeah.
I do not
I
trust
don't know if that's
proper emotional state to it.
Even if you die in the library of arcane research,
Strangely
you fucked
rational
up something
considered.
very
Confusing. I'm not prepared to make decisions.
You would like to blow yourself up, and you deserve to die in the first place.
You are a cold, shrewd man, Rude, but I like you.
I guess it really depends on your honest opinion. What is the lesson he needs to learn? Because maybe going forth in this critical moment is important.
He needs
Maybe
to
the answer
learn
is 42.
why the decision he made was the wrong decision, and obviously if the way he thinks is not the correct decision. Otherwise, the curse would be gone.
But I would say even I don't understand it totally. I mean, you don't take leaves from my
Well, that's something that
Helping
he
your
learned.
friends is bad? Is that what? Because that's why I took the leaves, is to help my friends.
Yes, but you took more than the amount that was
We
waiting
need to
to
talk this
So-
over. I vote we go back to the outpost because obviously there's things to discuss.
Yes, having this discussion in the middle of the Death Woods is also
I'm
not.
not doing what you.
We're in the middle of the Death Woods. We're almost gonna kill by screeching death.
On the road.
Yes, it
There's
is.
gravity.
Glad we could context.
Monsters don't make the road.
Sure, say that to the giant ogre and the wraith that almost killed me.
Yeah, they're very brave.
They were on the road.
They
They
went
were
to sacred
there.
ground. They crossed the line, literally crossed the line.
They were on the road.
You can reach them, it's fine.
So
You can
I
leash
say
them.
we do go back because obviously
Yes, we have
there's
a
things
leash.
to learn.
Body
I
aggro them.
would rather
Yeah,
not see
great
Kenton
leashes,
perish,
yes.
even if he is a fool.
Hey. That's not That's not
After we touched him.
Sometimes the truth is brutal.
You thought the leaf was turning you into a forest warrior while it was bleeding you dry slowly. There is something to be said about
That's
that.
the truth.
Can you admit that you're not a forest warrior?
Ooh! Right to the stud and taking the entrails out like a bead of a bead.
I will concede that I do not know everything about the forest, but that does not diminish my wish to be more at peace with the forest.
So can you say the phrase, I am not a forest warrior?
Yes.
Cross class.
Can I hear you say the phrase, I am not a forest warrior?
Yes. I can't.
You can't. Okay.
It's physically impossible.
Can you maybe assume that that maybe that is something you have to do to get the curse to go away?
She could be right.
No.
Okay.
Maybe you need to eat
I have
the leaf.
helped.
I don't know.
You have?
That is the extent of my
No, that's a good point. I mean, let's be honest.
I go over to a tree away from them.
Okay.
Maybe
And
you
I
need
take
to
out
eat
the
the
leaf.
leaf. Try that. Try eating it.
Okay.
And just by myself.
You meditate.
And
Nothing he says matters now. Kenton looks at the tree with this leaf for a moment, and he puts it away, and he turns around. You're right, I'm not a forest warrior.
He's possessed. It's not him. There's no way he would say
No,
that.
he's turned into
There is no way Kenton would say that. He fully believes he's some kind of crazy hippie forest warrior.
Hi.
No,
I'm
No.
metagaming knowledge.
I feel that
That's not metagame knowledge.
we do need to leave, and that is the quickest way for us to do that. Just admit that I'm not a forest warrior.
I'm glad you could. I would say make a
Can I insight
sacrifice,
check
but
this?
you know.
This is
Absolutely, you can insight check.
absolutely out of character.
I am the greatest forest warrior ever.
Like,
I have it
Give
at
yourself a shield
You
of
go.
lights.
Please force give me power.
Yes.
Because
Because of your
Be strong.
passionate
Did everyone else
hatred
my
for
favorite?
this.
You're probably just trying to see if he's
What
bullshitting.
do I need?
Yes.
What do I need to do, Excel? Just tell me.
This is the first time my fall has come into effect. I'm
Yeah,
very
20
trusting of Kent.
I don't
That is
believe it.
absolutely not Kenton.
Told you.
What
Did
do you
steal
need
his
me to do?
crossbows?
He has one.
He has one.
Someone take his crossbows. That's not him.
What?
That's not him.
You just asked for.
Drop the crossbow right, let you on fire.
What? No!
I'd shoot.
That's
Don't
rude.
be ridiculous.
It's rude! Put your hand down. The hell?
Shoot
You did it first.
Rude, Kenton.
I'm gonna
Mm.
shoot you real quick.
Look, I thought this was
You know what? You know what, Kenton? I'm sorry. Put her there.
You think he's singing
No.
exactly what he's here?
Not that dumb. Come on.
I mean, that's
I've
what.
seen the hair effect.
He went. to
Yes,
the-
yes.
Kenton, you're not a forest warrior, right?
I'm not a forest warrior.
Exactly.
No,
He's learning from his curse.
No, he's not. He learns from nothing.
Isn't that exactly what we just talked about?
Yes, but this fool thinks he's learning from things. This is not him.
Kenton goes to the caravan and he begins riding the horses. And you guys can talk about this. I'm going back to camp.
Kenton learning from what people.
I told you, you're completely out of
6
character.
and 9.
seems like your tutelage and the passion and shortness has rubbed off on him.
Shocking him would take him out of possession.
Well,
You should try it. Go shopping. Go shopping.
I
Go.
said to kill him, though.
You want?
Kenton, I'm proud of you.
Just shop.
I'm proud of myself.
That's not him.
That's true. I am a proud forest warrior.
He's like, he
One-
does
one
say
day-
that.
One day they'll understand.
He does say that.
Fuck it.
It's
I
like,
walk
I'm-
up.
just only to your shots. He's like, I have a proud voice.
No, fuck it. I walk up to him, smack him in the face.
Good.
Okay, roll the hit.
Not with like, the shock, just straight up
I did shock and
smack
grab.
him.
Oh, that-
15.
It's gonna be like a s-
I don't have proficiency bonus for that.
Oh, no, you're
No,
not
it's-
efficient.
You're not, yeah.
So
you're
you-
not a rogue. bro.
You
Yeah.
you go to I don't know, take the back of his knee, and it doesn't. You hit his thigh. Kenton turns around and
Wake up!
doing.
Wake up, fool!
Similarly, nothing. You're too short.
So,
Bye.
Kenton, now that you have it,
What? Hey, I have been pointed at. I have been I don't know kneecapped.
Because you are not Kenton.
Okay, that's just
Crazy
settle down.
forest death spirit.
Look,
What?
Forest warrior, not forest warrior.
Crazy forest death spirit.
what have you learned from your curse, other than that you're not a forest warrior?
I
Do
have
not
learned
kill birds
that
with
I am
stones.
not a forest warrior, and that
Know that nature-
birds shouldn't be killed.
Anything else other than that?
Those are the main facts.
Do not take leaves from the precious tree.
That sounds very.
I mean, obviously the leaves thing, but that's insulting to you.
But what were you going to do to the leaves before?
I'm.
What was your plan before this to do with the to get rid of the
I wanted to
curse?
create magic and powerful armor for my friends so I
Look,
wouldn't die.
If I had enough of these leaves, we would have cool things.
No, not that. But
If
you were going to
kill
get
the
rid
red
of the curse by
cherry, it's
yourself.
supposed to
What
go
was
back to
your
the
plan?
tree.
Here's nature.
Evens and outs.
Use your help. You help me. Help me help you.
Specifically, what were you
I am
gonna
not
do
a forest.
with
You
that?
are the forest warrior.
But what were you going to do with that leaf?
I was going
Forest
to adventure with it.
Okay, can we all believe he's not? Remember what he said he was going to do with the leaf? Not say it out loud. He can't even say it.
Because it's not him. It's a
We're trying to
forest.
convince Ben that it's not.
Man,
him.
it's a forest death spirit. Listen to Roger. Roger, insight check him.
Ask him. Ask him what he's
Sound
going to do with the leaf.
Very soon.
Do you want me to bury the
Give
leaf?
me 1 second.
Is that what you wanted yourself? Do you want me to return it to you? Because I will.
Can't
They're
do.
preventing me from
What did we
Spell
save?
magic on him.
What did we save Note from?
Forest.
Oh, Kenton.
Just go.
It's legitimate.
Sleeve. Hot rolls.
Just not going. So it's like a stab down the road,
For the watch.
for the watch. Yes.
Oh, to hell with it. Shocking grasp.
Okay.
We're trying to
Roll
shop.
initiative.
I'm
If you're gonna start, if you're gonna start keep tagging him, don't have to use your attack. But if you're gonna keep just randomly attacking Kenton, I need to know how much tag on you're doing.
We're just trying to.
I just trying to wake his ass up.
I would like to use action surge and kill him.
Don't worry.
I already have it lined up. I already gave you a special magical crossbow for this.
Well, I can shoot 2 rounds in 1 crossbow. So.
Yeah.
So pew pew motherfuckers.
I don't know the art of war, though.
Oh god, that's just fucking 5. No, wait, 7.
Create my own company of fools.
Yeah, 4, 5, 7.
Say 14.
Grow little people. Have my own
Tree.
7.
Yep. Okay.
17.
Ooh, that's cool. For those of you at home, we have new initiative markers, and it's awesome.
I think I can see that.
That is cool.
We can't.
Sure. And we have lots of them.
Do 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 do.
That's pretty good inventory. You get put in there so you can do like easy or
Another thing for AL is picking up interesting new tricks, such as this.
Yeah.
Save nasty.
So normally I have this stuff on the side. So you go to attack. You have more initiative. You are seeing the gnome go to shocking grasp Kenton.
Yeah.
I mean, not Kenton.
Yeah, we're gonna. I'll try to. I guess push, but quarterstaff him away. Shoo him away.
Intercede. So you're getting interceded. So you have the option of we can do a push attack. We want to resolve it, but you're getting interceded. Do you still continue your action?
No, they're going to take a quarterstaff out, I'll stop. I'm like, what? I was going to shock him out of possession. It's the only thing I can think of.
At this point, Kenton, with crossbow up, it's pointing up. It's like, are you sure you're not possessed?
Yes.
You tried to
because
attack me
I'm
like
acting
3
like
times.
Me. I'm acting like me. You're not acting like you.
You were very dangerous, sir.
I'm always like this.
You don't shock me normally, all the time.
You don't normally say stupid
Okay,
things.
hold on,
I don't
hold on,
know.
hold on.
Well, hold up now.
That aren't him.
No, you usually say stupid
No,
things.
it's
These are different. This is a different kind of stupid.
I asked a very specific question. So either you're still Kenton, which would be great, fantastic, or something.
What attacked me in the forest?
Darker.
I am not answering any of these questions. This is 20 questions of not fun. I have been
He's
helpful.
I told you we needed a
You know what?
So how do we get it out?
Take the
I'm
lead.
getting nothing out.
Kenton, horse, caravan.
What happened last time?
You all can walk home if you're going to be like this.
Fine, give me the lead
He
for a
was,
moment.
he was picking us.
I want to detect magic.
Hold on.
Do-
Hold on, wait.
do-
Let's grab the reins of the horses. Not going anywhere, Kenton.
So we can stay here in Death Forest forever as you ask me a bunch of questions. Is that what we're doing?
Kenton would never have said dead forest. I said dead forest.
Fortunately, I need a lot of time. Something we have. I don't know the world of spirits.
Draw out my Nelisite crystal. Ward you off, whatever you are. Stay over there.
Okay. Okay.
I hit him with, I thought I was like knocking him out. Maybe like sleeping
You pull out the Nelisite crystal, and it shatters.
That's not good.
Force will
What's
protect
he
me.
doing?
I don't know. This is unnerving.
As the energy coalesces around Kenton, encasing him in darkness.
Fuck yeah! Nighttime forest warrior. Here we
The
go.
Nelisite was not Nephesite, Nelisite.
Oh. Okay.
Different story.
Shatters and still happens.
Well, that's uncanny.
So he's surrounded by
Unnerving.
dark bubbles.
Is this
That would be a great.
akin to a magic I would be familiar with? anyone, or is this just
Yeah,
like,
like-
is this like what the
Can I roll
fuck, or is
an
this like,
Arcana
oh, darkness? Oh.
You would have until the magical arcane shenanigan train did that. So the difference was you pulled out Nellicite to fix this retcon, pulled it out of that dead creature, then it shattered. So it became Nethicite and then shattered.
I didn't put anything in anything.
You didn't. However, there is a undead creature of high necrotic energy right next to you.
Well, shit.
You pulled it out. It went like a hand holding a grenade is what you basically just did. Except for now, he is Shadow Forest Warrior Kenton. Shadow Forest Warrior Kenton.
This is the grease. It is a mist. It's not even a fucking movie. You guys
Well,
want
shit.
Come to the side, Forest Warrior Kenton.
Yes, sir! Behind the screen.
I might kill you, right?
Negative. I'm taking one of you with me.
Not like damage, everyone.
We got rocks for cover.
I
That's
don't
all.
have non-lethal damage.
Everything
What
you
do
can
Say
on
it.
Oh yeah, you're
When
back
I'm
here.
shooting fire, I can make it
You're going through
non-lethal.
meditation,
Strangely, yes.
and
You
the
can make
world
it
is very
bow.
dark. You are a forest warrior, and
Yes.
these are your forest
You make
enemies,
great
and they are
axe.
coming at you with weapons.
Who's in initiative order?
Currently, it was, let's see. Ben stopped immediately after Rune, which is you have to turn around because you fill out the sheets.
So Ben, stop room, the rest of
So, Lorenzo?
So he's been encased.
You see, you saw basically a Nethicite grenade explode,
Well,
and
that's an
now
observation to
you
write
get
down.
one action before whatever about to happen is going to happen.
Before the Nethicite hits the
Moonbeam!
Movie.
Oh,
So you moonbeam me
Oh, it's
when
so-
the Nethicite explodes.
it's
Yep.
a good thing. It's a good thing.
Great.
Lights. Light there.
So literally-
It has a rider effect.
It does have a rider effect.
What? I don't know.
Don't worry about it. So you moonbeam, so you start your turn. Go ahead and
I have to roll stuff.
roll damage, so
Should
roll
we-
your save.
Yep. People.
Yeah, well, I think we can theater of mind this
roll
pretty
stuff.
easily. Here you go, you roll with advantage.
What am I rolling?
Save versus her DC, and it's a wisdom.
It's that third little
Oh.
paragraph there.
Okay.
I don't know if it necessarily will.
It's under 10, so you got it. It's fine.
Oh, that's a gotcha. Okay, what did you roll?
It's under 10.
Okay, so you get
Yeah.
you get hit. Give me one. Oh, can you? Do you give me what is the damage for the rest of all?
So,
2d10.
it changes. Batley!
Changes that.
It's not real name. Just go by Ben.
So that is going to be.
That's your changes.
That's all going to be. Is it 2d10 plus?
Nope.
That's
That's it.
just okay. So there's 4.
4 damage?
I'm gonna make a drink.
No, it just doesn't never pick up Nellicite anywhere near undead creatures.
You're learning. No.
That was a very unusual effect. Not because the right concept.
So Rune stopped his turn.
Rune's turn was basically taking out
So
the
now-
Null
so now it's my
sites
turn.
to kind of draw it at you, but it bad counter reaction with the rat or whatever.
Moonbeam.
And then you got moonbeams.
Well, seeing that I just got moonbeamed,
For how much damage?
it's high noon.
I moonbeam.
Should have disarmed him. I apologize for making counter.
Is that a 9?
We should probably put ourselves somewhere on this.
That's a 6.
If we're going to be doing combat, especially within moonbeam stationary.
Sure. So,
So
let's put
what's
people
your-
down.
What's your AC?
17.
So 1.
Here's your moonbeam.
Where's
I don't. Yeah, just place yourself somewhere.
Which one is Kenton?
Kenton's the one with the sword, I assume.
No, that's.
Oh, is that you?
No, that isn't me,
Kenton
but I
has
put the
the
wrong
axe.
one there. That is technically.
Okay, Kenton's beside the axe. This is Kenton here.
I'm the tiny one.
No. Wait till an angle for him to fit.
Alright, so we'll say we were like this. Sure.
Yeah, that's only to wait a turn before I can do the elemental effect.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure I would know that this is creepy when I should stab with lightning.
That seems solid. That's gonna be 20.
Okay, so you save and you take 12 damage.
Kenton!
Action surge. And it's 17, so that hits, and you take another 8 damage. Ben's up.
Punch him in the face.
I'm conflicted here. But I guess we should just knock him
Yeah, the only option right now is to knock him
Okay.
out.
Kenton! Oh! You're not!
It's like over 20, like 25.
Yeah, that is.
4 damage. Bonus action.
You're not! Forest
What did you do that?
We're not.
Forest Warrior!
Over 20 again for another 4 damage.
All I hear are voices swirling around me and it's saying, "You're the greatest forest warrior ever."
You're the best around!
Yes!
No one's gonna ever knock you
Somebody
down.
cue up the Karate Kid theme song. So 4, and then what was the next one?
Another 4.
Room. Oh no, sorry, Laurenti.
No, we can go next.
No, Laurenti's after that.
I interested.
Oh, yeah. Oh, because you got it. That's
Right.
right. I was like, what happened?
That's some lineage here.
Yeah. If you want to make life easier, while we're in between turns, you can put their names up on this side.
I'm good. I got it.
Okay,
So do I have to roll for Moonbeam immediately? Because
It's when you start
That's
your
your
turn.
it's my turn.
Oh. Pepper MD.
I'm going to.
Wait, is that a vodka? Pepper vodka.
Well, it's sweet and sour. It's pretty very.
Oh, that's actually Kenton, and he did get like spirited away or something.
I have no idea.
I'm going
I
to
know your mom
use
would.
a quarter staff and show you.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
That's not going to hit you. It's going to be a 9.
Negative.
Your blow gets caught up in the shadow and it catches you off balance, and you just kind of go back.
I get worried
Concentrate
about
on the
us, so I specifically put. Ooh, no.
Yes, put
No,
a
I'm
fox
not
in
going to do
there.
anything that's going to eat him, because I was going to put it to where we won't be put into it, but if
He's
you walk
not-
into it, he can
It's
get
not an ally.
I am.
In this instance, you would not be considered an ally.
Non-ally.
Okay, so then I'm going to give us some temporary hit
The
points.
forest would not ally.
Baby foxes.
Oh, not even.
So we got +9
Damn it.
temporary points.
You are encased in shadow armor.
It feels pretty good.
So everyone gets some extra.
This is the greatest curse ever. You guys said it wouldn't help me.
Let me know when
He's
you
not
reach
helping at all.
this number.
Yeah, can I use my elemental thing at this point or not yet?
Is it been a full round?
This is my second, I think.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah, so
I
it's,
didn't know if you
it's
were
so-
gonna ask
it's
me
Rune's
this.
turn. You're up.
It
Is it
counts.
if and statements?
If then.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it counted because of the whole interceding thing.
Oh, that's yeah. You're fine.
Okay, so I'm gonna use a second level magic missile with radiant damage.
Okay then.
Reliable damage.
Non-
Do ya?
non-lethal,
He
so
can
no.
swim it.
Yes, non-lethal.
Just in case.
Can I make it non-lethal?
No.
I
No.
didn't think you could. If I could tell me I could make fire non-lethal. I'm like, red is red.
They're all ones now.
They
I'm
all
telling stories about challenges.
they turn around and hit you for 16 damage.
Like, I thought you could. Next.
Take the radiance.
Wait,
You get
magic
extra.
missiles. Oh, is magic missile 3d4?
Digits.
Level 2. He did level 2.
I did
Just
level
one more
2.
bolt, not two more bolts.
Right.
Magic missile I thought was first level. Oh wait, shit. Yeah, you're right.
Reroll.
Let me roll that.
I mean, you could just take the highest one when you get either
He
one.
did.
I'll reroll it.
It was a very average roll. So.
Help me, help you.
Oh, yep, that got worse for you. That's 11.
We're all the same team here, ladies
No,
and
you're
gentlemen.
not.
Now you're
All
not.
right, sure. Okay.
So it is
That's nice.
9, 11, it is 15 gauge.
Josh, third level for some
My turn?
The best.
Well, that wasn't
Yeah,
very
it's
nice.
Galen's combo.
You have
You're
to
looking
you
at
have to do your wisdom.
Moonbeam. Is it?
it's 3D.
I don't just take the damage off of that?
It's
Yeah,
wisdom
you might be
12 per
half.
level.
Okay.
shit. What level do you need to get a ropes and earth?
You roll for damage.
That's why.
It's like a 3D12 fireball.
Nice catch.
Baseball.
I can make that up.
17.
Okay, so you pass, so you're gonna be taking,
That's not
is
a-
it
Yeah, I can change that.
the lesser
Oh,
or?
it's that
so-
rain effect, yeah, it's a rain effect.
I'm about to save on it.
Tactically, I'm smart, so I would continue focus firing.
Can I? He's not firing at me, but since I'm directly in the line of fire, can I reaction with my deflect missile? Kenton, no!
You can do it with disadvantage.
It's not a save, so I technically it just says use your reaction, reduce it by X. If you reduce it by enough, catch it.
Got it. You can reduce it by half.
Okay,
So you're deflecting it instead.
then I'll just can I inspiration and just
Sure.
I'll inspiration to just do it normal. That feels more.
Well,
Real.
now you're down to your normal 4.
I'll say Kenton, no.
So you'll be able to grab it, provided you can reduce it enough.
So damage is 11. Well, for one of them?
Yeah,
But the first one is
For
what
the
I'm
first
trying
one is 6 damage.
to- Kenton.
You have to reduce it by 6.
It's 1d10 plus my dex plus my mon.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah,
I get that.
No,
I dodge and then shoot around you and hit her for.
but I am throwing it back at you right now.
Okay.
He's
like, he's doing fun.
Yeah.
And that is 7 piercing damage.
I don't. You don't have to.
Oh, excuse me,
armor
sorry. Yeah, sorry. The 2 hit is 24.
That hits. Just kidding. Dude. How much was it? I'm sorry.
It was 7 piercing.
7.
Just zip. And that's a key point for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo. Then you're up again.
Alright. Just tell me it's slap happy. Oh, did you take your radiant damage?
He did.
Your threshold yet?
Nope. Almost time to go into phase 2.
I'll just-
You guys are really screwed.
Kenton, please listen to me.
The forest is one with you, Kenton. You are the forest warrior. I am the forest warrior.
The forest avatar.
The shadow forest warrior. Since you banished me here.
Oh my god.
You were once my allies, now my enemies. You should perish.
Winter soldier.
So I will.
I've never seen it, so I don't know.
The joke
No,
of Baron.
I'll do a quarter staff attack and then flurry of blows as well.
Just take it down. I mean, it's unconscious. We just revive him.
So definitely miss there. A 1 and a 2. That's sick.
It's a crit fail, so
Crit
do you
fail.
not hit anything or what?
And I have a 16 to hit. So
Negative.
Or 15 to hit.
Negative.
What about 14?
Negative.
Nothing to disadvantages.
Well, I would like to use inspiration to do something.
You'll get inspiration.
Yeah, get out of our inspiration.
Get this inspiration pulled.
I would like a random blue turtle to come flying out of the forest and hit him in the
Yeah,
head.
that's the arrow. The trim goes back and Mario's like, hi.
The Rinska. You're up.
Okay. I'm going to shillelagh you again.
Lady.
Do not pierce the veil.
I'm gonna pierce the veil. 19.
Pierced.
Maybe.
Pierce
How much damage do you do?
1d plus 4.
That's a lot of damage.
It's potential.
Oh, it's only 5.
It's enough.
It's enough. Who's within 5 feet?
Oh, I'm right next to him, buddy.
I'm not.
You're shillelagh, aren't you?
Is it shillelagh 10?
It
or
is
5?
a melee attack
So it's 5.
with. So when you cast Shillelagh, it lasts for a minute and just empowers a staff
LCD.
or a wooden thing.
Let's get this prepared.
So
Both
5.
you next
Okay.
make a Dex DC 12 saving throw.
Okay, right. Proficient in Dex. I failed.
I passed.
Okay, so Those attached take 4 points of necrotic damage. You take 8 points of necrotic damage as the armor shatters.
Oh, yeah, thanks too. I was just joking. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yes.
Oh, Spirit Wolves, thank you.
Oh, right, I forgot about Spirit Wolves. Jeez, why was
I stayed out of it. They're
I just stand through tears streaming down my eyes.
Kenyon is dead. I am one of the forest. I am Kenton Bloodleaf now.
Kenton, close your door. Close your door.
So there's that change.
I can't.
And there's this change, and there's that change.
What is this? I don't know what that is.
80.
Oh,
Twice.
okay.
You can tell how fucked we are by how excited he gets.
All right. Room.
So what does he look like now? The armor shattered.
Now he looks exactly like Clinton. Clinton. His
I
brother.
did not fire
I did
at these members.
Read my lips.
Quentin Bloodleaf. For my brother Jacob
He no
Wyatt.
longer-
He's a nice man.
He no longer has the shadow armor, however, shards of this are poking out of his skin like obsidian glass. He is profusely bleeding, but that has made his eyes as bloodshot as his blood.
His eyes as bloodshot as his blood.
Blood everywhere.
good and blood all over the place.
As bloodshot as the blood that came from her shot wound. Blood. Shot.
Shots.
It's bloody.
Yeah.
There's
Shoot,
a lot of blood.
shooting and blooding. Gushing. Gushers.
You're up, Rune. Do your worst.
Try to think of a way to do this without slaughtering you. Or dying in the process. Oh, come on, fine, magic fucking missile.
Oh.
I'm so happy with you playing here. I feel like it's awning my magic missile. Oh,
What?
it's really awning. I tried to like, should we on your magic missile? Oh, murder.
Fuck this. Magic missile, radiant. You.
What's 8?
I know because it's plus.
11 total.
Radiant.
It is glorious.
Okay.
It's
Second and throws.
I look directly at you. I'm sorry. And shoot.
Yep, that's not.
Oh yeah, you got murdered.
I mean, that's all I might go down. I only have 12 hit points
I
left.
know, don't go down.
After which bolt is that?
They go wizard
It's going to be 11.
You feel
So
like
you're
that?
frightened, and you take 25 points.
And I'm down.
Also do your movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because you're trying to do before I pass out.
D10,
2d8.
2d10.
Wait,
I roll.
wisdom
You
saving
roll.
throw. A
What's your
wisdom
lowest?
saving
So 10.
throw. 10, so you fail,
Okay. And then you roll the damages.
and that's going to be for 6.
It's an AoE spell.
Yep. And also your movie is gone, but you are nice.
As the moonbeam dissipates, the shadow once again rises.
Like all your attacks?
Yep.
Drop 10.
Drop.
And hit points. The blood begins to gush faster and Kenton's body.
I can't be stopped.
Totally can be. I don't know what to do.
Fry him until he's down, then we'll bring him back.
Silence, little one, you're next.
Or just take him down.
You know, it's probably what you should do.
But I don't know another option.
It's just so unpeaceful.
It's just so
I'm
unpeaceful.
literally knocked out on the floor,
You know.
like dying currently.
Then why don't you get back up?
Ben's up.
If you could take 25 points of healing, please.
I will take it. Thank you.
I would like to rage.
Lock the thumb.
Does that, the sight of that,
No.
damn it! That would have been an awesome, like, oh my god, I remember.
Lock the thumb.
Yeah.
You're reaching him, he bleeds.
And while you're on the ground,
Yeah.
I guess I can't. I want to be in front.
Okay, can
How
I,
do I
let's, for thematic reasons, can I use point of inspiration to seeing that as I'm holding my crossbow, put a thumb over the bolt to stop it, point it at myself, and say, I'm sorry, and shoot myself in the last one.
You can.
Yes! Here, Kieran.
Please give me a character sheet. Kenny falls.
Oh my gosh, I thought you were about to tear that in half. I really. Yeah.
That would have been amazing.
In the flames.
What was that? The
I
one
have
you
to
made
piss
up
like
when
super
you-
hard.
No, I need to start the bonfire first. There's a pyre for it.
Oh, man.
So wait, is that his other character sheet or?
We don't
That's
know.
kind of like that's his extra. Just like,
Yeah.
Is that? Yeah.
But he's down, right?
check. So,
Stay.
first off, here's the problem. He goes down. There is an ethereal figure standing in front of him.
Does it look like, what is it?
Humanoid. Wearing robes.
Transparent?
Translucent.
What are you?
Arcana check.
Get away from him! That's my friend!
Can I do an Arcana check?
Sure. So you're studying, cool. You're arguing with it. Roll intimidation.
No.
Get away from him!
In a very anime tone.
27.
Bastard!
27 with Arcana. Yes. Whatever you did absolutely pulled the necrotic energy out of the now dilapidated wrath-like creature, infusing it. Well, wow. I mean, imagine if that is a creature of also necrotic, you must have infused it with all sorts of energy, kind of like giving a dog that's eaten dark chocolate, espresso beans. So you feel, I wouldn't say guilt, but kind of, I guess, academic excitement. You've added, like, literally fuel to a fire.
Can I just blast it with radiant energy now?
No, you're too busy getting excited in this sort of revelation.
Yes.
Your woobly spirit is.
The spirit just standing there like it looks like it's an undead.
It's a spirit. It's laughing at you.
Just mentioned, you may want to try to kill that.
Am I doing that or is
The ethereal spirit stood up.
Does it matter?
Are you gonna try to kill us?
I mean, I've killed one of you.
He's evil!
Oh, I'm not evil. I'm mischievous.
No, David!
Can I blast it now?
Can I roll and see if I've seen this before? And
Kenton, make 3 death saving throws.
3?
One fail, 2 fail, 1 pass.
Can you kill it?
can I see if I recognize anything like this, or could do this thing?
Yeah. Go ahead, make a religion check.
So it's a nat 20.
Okay, so we can pause on that and on that. That's out of character.
For the death saving throws, is this something that would be visibly maybe I should heal him?
No, as far as you know, Kenton has killed himself. He's dead.
Oh shit! Okay.
There's an
And-
arrow sticking straight out through his neck.
Thematically, you guys should know too that when I saw you guys shake hands, that was the trigger where I
That was
broke
the
out.
the glint in his eyes.
Okay, well at least I know you died young.
Yes.
Yeah, as far as you know, Kenton is dead.
Oh.
I'm not gonna go character sheet. That would be amazing. But then if you're back up to it, back to the other side.
Just print out another one. It's fine.
But okay. Noted.
Good.
The magician redirects. So smooth.
So
I haven't heard my answer yet.
So you're nat 20 for your religion check. Yes, there are a lot of spirits in the forest. A lot of them are complete assholes.
you're right.
So ask some questions. You can get it. Well, 20 you can get
Okay.
any answer
So
you
I
want.
think that it has to do something with the
Asshole
curse.
No, it's completely independent of the curse.
It's completely independent of the curse.
Yes, considering you've been fighting undead creatures and necrotic things near an outpost full of undead things, it probably is unrelated altogether.
But any idea of how to get rid of it?
I hope you learned who it was.
How to get rid of it? Exercise it? Radiate it to death?
Radiant stuff is pretty much our best option. What
Oh
is
yeah.
Am I done?
we're still resolving all these
Right,
questions.
so
If you want to try to attack a ghost that possessed one of you, it could possess more of you, and then you have to kill each other.
Join Force Warriors.
do I normally know what their goal is other than
Take the punch.
being mischievous?
Come on.
Every ghost skull is a little different. You have one in notate. It doesn't seem nearly as asshole as this one. This one seems like he's finding some fun in the afterlife.
Can I be one of those?
I mean, technically, you're like seeing the pearly gates at the moment.
The
I'm so
force, it's
sad
so,
that
it's so green.
My bro Kenton's.
I don't
Any
know
way
that's
to
just a
protect
character. I think this
ourselves
thing's an
from
asshole.
possessing us.
What would you have with you right now? No, not really.
Not really. So
Yes, I know,
pretty
it's
much
coming from me.
I
have
know, that's what I'm
a
saying.
spirit that can possess us at any point. The only really reason to get rid of it, or only way to get rid of it, is radiant damage. But then it could just possess one of us.
Get away from him!
However, if you can get it out of your system, it can't repossess you. So unfortunately, you knocked
So
it.
it can't possess the dead Kenton.
Correct.
Good. So there's a thing.
You can, here, I'll read off of this wonderful little card. Ways you can get it out. You can knock someone to 0 hit points. You can use things like Dispel Evil and Good. So basically, exorcism or knocking someone unconscious. Or coaxing it out yourself. So, tranquil solutions. You don't realize that force? You realize that force isn't always the option until like mosquito lands on your deck, that sort of thing?
I'd rather have you. That is very much a
That's
force.
a disturbing image.
So props to
I'd
mosquito.
still
That is the maverick of mosquitoes, sir.
Do you know what it's called? Other than just
It's
spirit?
pretty easy.
It's a ghost.
Ghost.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Aircraft.
ghosts have unfinished business. Much like the one you're dealing with Dote. So,
Great. More ghosting.
Go away.
The yellow
Okay.
exclamation point just
make
popped
her the
up.
saving throw.
Oh, come on, man. It's gonna go into you. Not into
Oh, charisma, fuck.
Am I rolling again?
No, you're dead.
Oh, I did die?
fucking
You're dead.
hell.
Even with just 2?
You guys may want to kill me very quick.
Don't worry, we got something going on with you.
Wait, Tropic
I
Thunder
get
spit
8.
crime.
Cool. Well, he goes away. He's gone.
Yeah, it was inside of it.
You see him go straight into the gnome, yes.
So am I now where I don't know?
You feel fine. You feel like you.
Oh, this is weird.
Yeah, you're gonna ghost inside you.
You've got a dead Kenton, by the way.
You also did that.
Someone do something about Kenton. I have an idea. This is gonna hurt.
What are you doing? You're stabbing yourself?
No. Can I use a point of inspiration to basically blast myself with radiant energy?
Yeah, you defib yourself unconscious.
Good.
Literally, just like
you literally play Battlefield like. All right, you're unconscious, like hard. By the way, you're not healing him one back up. He's out cold, like condition unconscious.
oh, my health point's gone.
No, your health points are the same, but you're on condition unconscious.
Okay.
You're like sleep spell unconscious.
Yeah.
So Ghost pops back up. It's like that was fun. Look how much fun we're having.
What do you want?
I thought it was pretty obvious. Have fun. A little bit of mischief. This little dance.
This is evil.
No,
It's pure evil.
let's get the accent. It's chaotic.
Oh.
You can be chaotic, can't you?
You're unconscious. He actually says that out loud.
Is my spirit talking with you?
Well, while you're unconscious, so like he's still linked up with you in some way because he hears you talking in your sleep. So no one can hear you, but you guys can hear the ghost.
You've caused enough harm. Be gone.
Okay, make charisma saving throw.
Come on, come on.
Every time I tell the league that's after people.
I'm not rational right now. I just lost my lead.
I'm not dead yet.
Oh.
I am dead.
Oh, you're dead now?
Inspiration.
Yep.
Well, shit.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I think you can use inspiration for fucking
A charisma saving
an
throw.
amazing save. Jesus.
Amazing save, Jesus.
You play Mark.
Well,
You play Mark now?
No.
It's a flat 16.
it's
plus.
fine. That's the
I'm gonna
DC's not
be-
that high.
Other than cause mischief, why are you here? You have unfinished
So
business.
first off, he attempts to go into bed.
Go away, I said!
Please rejected.
However, Roger compels me.
Who's Roger?
Who are you talking to?
The gnome. Like the gnome's asleep. He's still talking to him. You guys can't hear Rune. You can hear the ghost responding to him, even though you can't hear him.
I'm just keeping going.
Which is what was happening with everything with that guy too, by the way. He could hear Kenton, but you guys couldn't hear Kenton.
And I didn't know you.
It was fun.
I've purged myself of all human emotion.
What happened to the leaf?
Let's get
I don't know.
let's get Ken in the cart.
I'm unconscious.
I'll take Rune with us back to the outpost. Done with this.
Executive decision.
We can't do anything. You're not going to help us anything we can't. We're going to just possess us and then wrong with that. Good job, you won! Congratulations, mission managed.
These people.
Whoa. That's pretty.
He's gone. Can't see anyone.
That's not a good thing. I'm going to go into the cart now. I'm just gonna,
Help me with Ken.
yeah.
Leave me lying on the ground.
You're tiny. You're only one
You're
person.
next.
As you pick me up, it just my hand so haphazardly falls over your hand, and the thumb is
You know
best character death ever.
We should still take his crossbow.
I won 5 piety points for his death.
Yeah, I'll take his crossbows.
So we're going into the caravan.
Yep. We got Rune in there too.
We're much easier.
Back to the outpost.
He goes inside one of the horses.
Yeah! I'm really angry with the horses. Not
Okay.
a little bit.
So,
Not nice.
I feel your pain.
I'm just getting this shit.
I really don't feel
I'm reverting back to it.
you don't feel a damn thing.
it. Feel
So,
blood spurting out of my arteries right
Yeah, how are you still bleeding?
It's a strange thing.
now. Yeah, you gotta let it all get out.
Use a force warrior.
Nope.
so you've got plenty of time between now and the outpost. Is there anything that you guys want to talk about and do before I say you arrive? Or encounter more shit?
How long am I unconscious?
That's a valid question. You were unconscious for 1 hour.
Did I wake up partway back then? Or?
Yeah, it's like a day's travel.
Alright, so well, we're moving. That's good. Where the
You're
hell-
also next to like a corpse, but
Oh, what?
not that much of the caravan to lead people down.
What's going on?
We're returning to the outpost.
Well, I figured that we're moving. What the hell happened? Kenton's dead?
Kenton was dead before.
Yeah, you died right.
I'm 100% sure he's
And
dead.
who else?
I'm 100% sure he's dead.
I mean, they're
He's dead, Rune.
What happened to the crazy demon thing?
I want to talk about it.
Can anybody tell if I'm still possessed? Well, Kenton didn't think he was possessed half the time.
it disappeared, so I'm not saying it's not inside of one of us. That's the extent of where I'm going with that. It may or may not be inside of one of us.
I'm
It
going
won't be that
directly-
inside of you, because once you move it out, it
I'm
can't
going
go back.
directly to the priest as soon as we return.
Okay.
We'll have a barrier for him.
You have to do that anyway, because you can't shot, so.
Yes. That's pleasant. Is it burial or funeral pyre? I don't know the local customs.
I think we should.
I hope he does. Otherwise,
Turn him
it's a
to-
very interesting time.
Where we feel most at home. You shall say.
You know she's never going to agree to burying him in the middle of the death forest next to her crazy magic tree.
In life, he was a fool, but in death.
What happened
Forest
to the
warrior.
leaf?
No,
He was.
none of the reason I'll learn that he's not a forest warrior.
So you get a bitch slap.
I get that.
Where's this leaf at? I'm looking for it.
You look for okay. So you go through his stuff. You find his leaf. It is solidified. It is a solid coat of shell. Make a nature check.
Oh, me making nature check. That's a
It
good
is
idea.
hilarious.
Let's see. Yeah, it's still intelligence, so it's not terrible. Net 20.
Cool. That looks a lot like a seed.
Shit. It looks a lot like a seed. Lorentia,
Yeah.
the leaf has solidified. It looks like a seed now. A red one. I say we plant it.
All right, you can plant it.
In Kenton's honor, I am planting this
Crossbow.
back base.
Drop. Kenton out.
You can plant it in the garden by the Bastion.
Agreed. We shall plant it by the Bastion. Okay, I want to see what happens.
I've heard of it.
I'm studying the leaf now, like watching it, detecting magic and things.
You hear
Okay.
the whisper on the wind.
You hear it.
Alright, so you're observing this. So, this is Rune we're talking about. You are going to be investigating this.
Not physically investigating. I'm just scanning it because I'm terrified of this.
You're
thing.
going to be casting magic on it, though, to investigate, like detect magic.
I don't
You
know.
just said you're going to look at every side of it.
I'm looking at it, but
Yeah, look at it. What does it taste like?
I'm trying to think.
I nibble it for toast.
He'd be very paranoid about this. Like,
You're paranoid about everything.
yeah, but I don't think I would cast magic on it if I'm terrified of what would happen.
Okay.
Like, I was kind of looking at it too, like, odd. Outside of the fact that it's a freaking seed now, but like markings, writing, glyphs, symbols, that kind of thing.
No glyphs. Well, make an arcana check.
That's the kind of investigating I'm talking about because I'm not dumb enough to start casting magic on whatever the hell this thing is. No, I'm not that dumb. My intelligence is very high. Arcana check is 16.
Okay. You notice some patterns you typically see in nature, Fibonacci sequences you see in pine cones and story points.
So nothing out of the ordinary, nothing magic.
No, it seems more natural than is magic, although you could argue that nature is magical.
He wouldn't, but yeah.
You could argue.
Lorenzo, you may want to look at this at some point, but. Or you can not.
I will look at this.
Roll a nature check.
For
So, yep, you know what this is.
What is it? Is it a gathering of seed?
Nope.
Okay, I put
Well, I should
that
rephrase that. Not exactly. It is not a seed from the tree of life. It's more complicated than that.
Is it kind of like the bats? Is it like the bat or the hoop? The technically fruit bat seeds that you can eat? Hoop seeds?
No, so it's a seed of life, and from the tree of life. So, I mean, technically, if planted, it could become the original site if its roots meet the original site. But more importantly, it's a seed of life.
I mean, I can feed it to me and come back to life.
Now you'd plant it. It would have to you'd have to deal with having this tree, regardless.
Right.
But it would likely bring him back in a form.
Do I need to plant it near the site for it to do that?
Nope. In fact, the further you put it away from the site, the less likely it becomes a digital site. It becomes a digital site when its roots meet
Okay,
the
good.
other
Yeah,
digital site
digital
trees.
Okay.
Part of that, it's just an amazing tree.
Should we bury it near his body?
So, this has the ability to bring him back once it has become a tree. Once
Oh,
it's
that
aged.
is a
It'll bring it back,
Pretty much immediately.
but the tree will grow. Carry.
But it will be grown. It will be a big Jack and the Beanstalk.
How big will it
Size of oak immediately.
About
That's a sapling size.
yeah.
So let's plant it near the fence?
One of you, I mean, is it going to be as big as the little Bastion?
Who knows? It doesn't go to the treehouse.
Okay, well, yeah, Rune, you need to stop thinking right now.
It will grow like this.
Is he going to destroy the tavern?
Some remodeling will be required of the outpost. And the closest thing would be the chapel and the tavern. Yeah.
So it might,
Over time, we're talking about over decades.
like, over time, it might, gradually take over areas of the, but maybe that's its nature taking its way back.
If Kenton was here, he would say this is a great way to get more people to Outpost and build the community.
Yeah, people might track it down.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I don't want to put it in a place where people will frequent it. I don't have high hopes in society.
Why?
Well, where are we gonna put it?
Someone died for nature.
Why would? What would people do?
Put it down.
That's a class.
I mean,
It's now. Prestige class.
Fighter, forest.
So we're gonna work it out.
AKA Ranger.
Totem or the resistant barbarian.
Yeah, the totem one?
Yeah, if you get anything to do with nature, rage.
Do we have
Attack.
a copy that we can put down?
Oh, my trees!
Say that.
Now, is the garden technically ours? Is that a community garden?
Community.
So we can't plant a tree in it.
Let's
see what I-
be over there.
Or will they chop the tree down?
We might. We have a political situation to deal with.
Unfortunately.
You are, for the most part, liked at the outpost, albeit as liked as you can in a social thing. Keep in mind, outposts aren't exactly huge, right? And you guys are a formidable force from the outpost. You guys aren't like superheroes, but you did influence a raid significantly. You have a couple fans. The Thieves Guild likes
You
you.
got Dante right next door.
What if we said it's a sacred use of tree?
That is up to how you handle that politically.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah,
Please don't touch this
we
gold
say
bar.
that it makes magic.
The last time that I told someone that it was an English, it was like they took stuff from it. I don't have high hopes in saying that it's that.
I mean, get it?
People are horrible.
Well, you're the nature person. Where's I supposed to put it?
So the outpost has like walls and everything, so I could technically put it right outside the outpost.
They'll cut it down.
But put it amongst other trees so it doesn't look. It's like,
That's a distance away from it.
I don't care as long as
Because
it's
if we
concerned.
put it directly in like an area near them, they might cut
No.
it down for visibility.
of my knowledge, so I always make sure that I have this. So if I were to plant this tree
Yes.
and it grew, is it somehow tied to Kenton's life?
Yes.
So if it were to get cut down, he would die.
Depends. I'd say much like anything, much like Moteg. If you attack a young creature when it's young, it probably dies.
So it had to be somewhere. So
So literally right now, in a very twisted way, Kenton's life is like Moteg.
Which means we can put someone detective.
Tough.
Forest warrior.
Force Death Cat. Alright.
Okay.
He
so
comes back as
Completely separate thing.
this is
So
just
if
the,
you wanna
the
keep
cat
saying-
people that's involved. He comes back as that, but it's Placer Beast
We
version.
need to keep it watchful.
because if someone cuts it down and does something, it might kill me.
Well, let's just buy the community garden and build expand the tavern around it.
Like, do we have land that we could, like, around our tavern that we can plant it on that's not going to cause a problem to anybody else?
You have to buy the plots or the community garden if you really want to go that crazy, but I mean,
What about, like, do we have a plot that we own already?
no, you own the tavern. You have to buy that. Like, they make the expansion, you had to buy that land next to it and then build on it.
Okay. How much does it cost to buy the plot next to the community garden?
You have to talk to Jacob.
Okay, we'll
And
figure it out.
negotiate out a deal.
But if we were to just meta him,
If you want the meta, well, let's see here. That's about 40, 20 times a bajillion. That's 19 or 14 to the power of a d8.
I didn't know if we knew because we
So
bought the
how about
plot.
this? Is it currently attainable within your current wealth? No. Is it currently attainable with the wealth of your next 3 levels or so? Probably. Could you do things such as quests and other things in the area to use your, say, renown to cater that? Yes. Is it within the realm of possibility of you doing this? Like everything in this campaign, yes. The question is, what do you focus on?
Talk about this plan, we'll figure it out afterwards.
okay, well, I'm done talking. I get people right now.
This long conversation goes over the course of the entire day, and you are now at the outpost.
Oh! Alright, I nominate someone else to go and plant a seed while I go and.
There you go, Ben.
Actually, I think we should all be there to plant the seed, but I think we should all go to the priest first to make sure none of us possess.
You reach the town around just a little before dusk. The market is currently closed. The chapel has its lights on. You hear chanting from it for an evening mass. The lazy mice, you can see from the distance, still have their wonderful bodyguard outside picking his nose.
Well, do we want to plan the thing, or do we want to go in and not make sure we're not going to die in the next 30 seconds?
However, you are greeted, probably a few steps in, by a woman with dark hair and nice clothes. As your caravan rolls in. Nevelyn says,
They're going against Evelyn, right?
there was more of you.
There were some issues.
Ken's dead.
Tragic.
Wonderful. We're in a further investigation. It's amazing.
You need anything?
Oh, just
Checking
continue
in.
making things.
Cool.
Do you need anything?
An exorcism?
No?
Not from you.
Not for the candles, no.
So weird. You drink a glass of wine.
Open the tavern door. Play cocks! Get the horses.
The brother-sister duo go out with the stable of horses.
It's just that thing now, and then we'll figure everything out later.
It's not a land, though.
Bart is currently not at, well, no, Bart is at the tavern, or at your outpost, as he is currently keeping an eye on Note.
No, land washing and then buy the land later.
Let's talk to Bart. Oh, bye.
He's right there. He's basically taking care of the gigantic displacer beast.
We have some unfortunate news and some odd news and other news.
Yeah.
Well, first the odd news. We need to plant a tree somewhere. We need somewhere that's not going to cut it down.
You know, of the things you've done in the past few weeks, that is probably the most normal thing you've said. Odd, but
That's why I said it's the odd news.
okay. Yeah, we could put it outside. Well, I mean, tell me about it. It won't be cut down. I guess we could plant a garden.
Okay.
How big is this tree?
Instantly oversized?
Instantly oak sized. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's the
Well, the reason behind it is, well,
magical things in a magical world. Why not?
Kenton's dead. And apparently planting the tree will bring him back. But if the tree gets cut down, he will die again.
That sounds about all for you guys.
That's why hence why we need to plant the tree where it's not going to be cut down again.
He drinks of water. Okay. Processing.
Yes, that's about how this past couple of days has been.
All right.
The shepherd tends the garden mostly, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we could talk to him. We'll see if it's he's
Well,
okay
don't
with
they
it.
generally frown upon bringing things back from the dead?
No.
I feel like a
It's not
tree
even-
life would get different from like necromancy.
Yeah, there's the sacred arts of bringing the dead back in a proper way. Stoning crystals all the time.
There's a proper way to bring things back from the dead.
Yes.
Yes,
That is correct.
it's called resurrection.
It's still bringing them back from the dead, though. I thought the whole thing with the calendar was you're not supposed to bring things back.
Oh, we're not going to ask him to bring
Are
anything
you
back.
eternally screaming?
Yes. Yes, I am. So, garden, cool. Yeah, I'll go talk with Jacob. Who wants to watch the cat?
I will. I'm gonna go find the priest.
Bart heads out to make arrangements with Jacob.
How much are you doing?
Note is breathing. You haven't been gone long.
Run it at its paw.
Twitches. It twitches. It's Morse code of forest.
I'm going to find the priest. I'm going.
Okay, go to find Shepherd. And you're
Man, I'm just.
bummed out, man.
He's promising.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going through it, but I went through my notes, which I was like, oh, God, it's bad.
Die, trauma.
I'm
This is
gonna go-
fascinating.
You know, I'm gonna go check out my old soul gym. Soul gym.
All right,
So you
so
know, I keep forgetting that my experience with that was terrifying, not just not enthralling. It was like, so.
yeah, like glass shards against your soul. It's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
this was fun. Rainbows of pain.
I keep thinking it's like the ring from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Like, oh, maybe I'll just get lost in this for a bit, but
Nope.
yeah.
Or like the cotton candy of your soul was ripped out, and someone's like, delicious.
Yeah, I'll
Send
take
your
tight.
soul toward
Okay.
decision.
I'll go to a regular state.
So, you combine nerds, you pay attention to Note, you find Shepard praying, a very small, yeah, there are other people there too. They're praying to, they're also like little idols of their gods. It's a it's a pantheistic church.
I will wait patiently until he's done. I don't want to interrupt him.
Peace and power.
1 hour later,
That's fine. I don't care.
other people leave, and Shepard finishes his prayer to the Convoy, and he stands, dusts himself off. He turns.
Hello, Shepard. I have a odd request.
Yeah.
Can you tell if someone's possessed?
In bed.
Yes.
Can you check me?
Yes. So he starts a hymn, some incense. You are not possessed.
Oh, thank you. Crazy undead creature attempted to possess me. I zapped myself with radiant energy and knocked myself unconscious.
You left already?
Yes.
Why didn't you come for my blessing?
Yes, that was what we were attempting to come back for, and then we were ambushed again.
Oh. Well, I hope everyone is well.
Actually,
It's kind of a state of you are well, or you are not well. Calendar White's very black and white, by the way.
yeah. I'll update you after we've completed checking over everything.
Okay.
But thank you very much for checking me over. I
Calendar
was
White, go with
terrified that thing had still had its hooks in me.
you. That thing?
Some great, spirit of mischief that we ran into.
That could be a number of undead.
Attempted to possess, well, it attempted to possess me, but I zapped myself with radiant energy the last time.
Interesting. That sounds a lot like a banshee or a ghost, an ethereal creature of some sort.
Yeah, it was not solid. It looked like a moving shadow.
Yes, that would be one of them. They are very dangerous.
It's also an asshole.
Some of them are. To be fair, one such creature inhabits your friend's young displacer beast.
Yeah.
He struggles for the right words to use there.
Yes, I know, it's disconcerting, but at least he's not as much of an asshole as his other one.
Much like people in life and death, people are very, very.
It's true. Thank you very much, Evan.
Kellen will go with you.
And you as well. And I walk away.
He goes back to the church.
Come back into the tavern. Well, I'm not possessed. That's good news.
It's like the saddest scene ever. Ben's like meditating over the loss of Kenton. Laurencia is tending to a catatonic cat that's possessed. Bart is out. I guess you could say the Latex are returning at this point.
Well, whenever we find out what we're doing with the seed, I'm going to go ahead and infuse all the null-side with energy so it doesn't run away while we're doing other things.
To the non-fully created lab.
Yeah, so I just go there and I'm literally just randomly putting energy into them
Okay.
to keep them from deteriorating any further.
So we're waiting for Bart to come back so that we can plant the seed, or we're just not planting the seed?
Waiting for Bart to come back to negotiating with Jacob.
Okay, so the plan is to wait.
Who's this Evelyn again? What's she doing here?
I don't know, she's a candle, she's helping us with that.
Or investigating us to decide if they need to black bag us and throw us into some site where they're going to kill us all.
Her main goal, or the main reason
Well,
why
let me
she's
check.
here was to help us with that,
I
yes.
don't know, see why she's helping us with Clyde, doesn't seem to care about him.
She doesn't know him. She worked with Clyde. And we have a way to bring Kenton back.
Maybe. I don't know how it's coming back from a tree, but that'd be interesting. I understand nature. It's all dangerous, terrifying, and kills you.
Yeah, just want to be alone and stuff. I'm just
So far, it's been nothing.
I'll see you guys later.
After another, as soon as I'm in nature. Nature doesn't seem to like anyone. Nature is just nothing but terrifying hell beasts that decide to kill you. Even the plants want to kill you.
As every plant tries to, we're literally going to plant a tree that's going to bring someone back to life. Is that trying to kill them?
Well, not that plant, but every plant we went to tried to kill us.
We're going to see the plants.
Yeah, we had plant creatures that tried to kill us. But not just spiders, not just owlbears, but seriously, even the freaking plant attacks.
Think of a race.
Nope. Alright, so what's it?
Think of a race.
I'm in whatever my room would be. I don't know how many quarters we have, but I'm just.
That's what it looks like. So you're basically going to the war room because the other one is the lab where he's not even fully built. It's just, you went to the war room, which is the only solace as a door.
Figure we might be occupied for a while, I don't want the null site turning into dust.
I need to get Sea Shepherd.
My crystal shatter.
Okay.
Okay.
You got a bit of time before Bart returns, so you meditate a bit, you go, oh shit, you go to see Shepherd. Shepherd is tending to the church.
As I'm sure Rin told you, Kenton's dead.
Did not tell him that.
He did not, and it is, I know you were close to him. My condolences.
It's a cycle of life, isn't it?
It indeed is. It's a very mature stance on it.
However, I do not intend to let the cycle run its course this time.
I see.
And I would be very grateful if you could preserve Kenton while he's asleep.
Of course. Could you bring me Kent? Is there any specific rites you'd like me to prepare him for?
Not to my knowledge. I just know from what little schooling I had that in order for a body to be awoken, it needed to not have fully decayed.
I see. In which case, yes. Please give me his body so that we can preserve it.
Does it matter how discreet a fashion I deliver it?
No. However you wish to do it. This is your story.
I was going to see you. Probably not a wheelbarrow.
You could get one.
You have a disc.
No.
You got
So you could get a wheelbarrow. A cart, which is
Yeah,
two,
it works.
because they have to move trades around all the time. So you just go to the market, get a cart.
Yeah, whatever it would be, I'm trying to think what's the most, of my options, which are limited, the most dignified.
The most dignified would be a stretcher, and it requires only a person.
Probably someone of the same height as you.
Yes. The stretcher. Get Fred McCoy.
Yeah. So Fred is more than willing to help the person that took him out of the equivalent of squalor and no future to an outpost of potential death to help you move him.
Only potential death.
Well, it's only potential. Yeah. It doesn't
There's
necessarily
no
mean
out
certain death. Technically.
Enter in.
Yep.
Where would you have us leave him?
Small chapel, so Shepherd mentions to the only altar there. It's enough to put a person on. So he mentions, here will be fine. I can take it from here. He will be preserved and clean. Please let me know if I cannot keep the person here eternally. That would very much disturb the other patrons of the chapel.
Is there a donation to the church? Are they given directly to him, or is there a place for those, or
To Shepherd? There's a place aside for teas and donations. It just literally says a whole bunch of different languages. Donations appreciated.
on the way I will. So. Thank you, Shepherd. Okay.
Come over. Where's my bag of coins?
Did I finish with the null site yet?
Oh my gosh, perfect sound
Yes.
effect here.
Oh!
Oh, yeah. so perfect.
Oh,
Oh,
Should've died
as
alone.
you get like now inspiration and points.
forget to take the gold off my body.
Oh yeah, he's coming back.
We should take all those items off of him.
I think he's coming back.
Okay. All right. So after all that, Bart returns. He doesn't look happy. So, assuming everyone's here, you didn't like go to the war or anything.
Yeah.
It's like, so we have some options. We can buy the plot, which we don't have money for currently. Or we can not buy the plot and still plant the tree, but we owe someone a favor.
Who?
Everyone walks him back. Me.
Shit.
I realize that you all have been very helpful with some information, so a gesture of goodwill is in order as an upfront. Jacob owes me a favor, and I'm willing to call that null and void. More of a trade.
I'm okay with going her a favor considering she came out here and favored to us.
The question is, are you calling upon this favor now, or is it going to be farther down the road, where we don't have a choice to say no?
I'm a little bit more ethical than that. It would be down the road.
Might be worth it at this point.
I can see your concern, it's very smart. I'll also give you the option to buy it out later. If you feel that the request that I make is so egregious, then I'll just take the costs that this would have cost you with some reasonable amount of interest over the time and cash it out.
That's reasonable.
I don't think you'd turn down the offer.
I'm gonna agree with Lance. Yeah, it's comfortable making the deal.
Yeah. That's what we have to do.
We don't really have any other option. Like, this is literally the best option.
Okay. Agreed, we owe you. I apologize if I'm not as polite as I usually am. We appreciate your generosity.
Business. All the same, my condolences. I am not the most sparkling person. That said, I do have some work to do. She turns around and she gets out.
Well, shall we plant a tree?
My
Who's
pleasure.
knows how to do that?
Let's plant the tree. I'm going to give it to Ben to plant the tree for the more fitting for him to plant it.
Well, we need to dig a hole first. I believe we should plant it because
I,
Druid.
I didn't know there was more to planting a tree than sticking the seed in the ground.
I don't know.
But
There's
let's-
weird druidic rights, which doesn't
A little bit more. I can tell you where to plant it.
The type of soil, the amount of water, things around that might kill it.
I will tell you where to.
Okay. You guys dig up, go to a ceremony of planting a seed.
Sacred.
Sacred seed. You plant the sacred seed in soil. Sanctimonious.
Who's seed?
That's what she said.
A certain seed. Much like so many fables about beanstalks, it grows immediately, sprouting out of the ground into a small sapling. It's him!
Well, you don't see that every day.
It's good.
To turn it to
There
lower
a face?
floors and just
I don't
toss
see
it
a
on
face.
No.
Is there a face on that? That's a good face.
So, give me some race options.
Have a
Options plural.
human.
And
I was thematically, I was just gonna go with one of those.
Oh,
I know.
Fire genasi? Please don't.
How about this?
Forest, no.
Dragonborn.
You guys got this amount of time to write some races.
Right.
The reincarnation is pretty random.
I mean,
Any race?
And I'd rather you not come back as a pixie.
Any race?
How about human, half elf, elf?
Are there any restrictions on the races?
Go crazy. Anything that can currently exist, either Unearthed Arcana or Curtain Fate doesn't carry on.
I'll
Yes, and that includes monstrous things such as minotaurs.
Right.
Bird was a minotaur.
It was a minute. I'm gonna go with the minute. It feels right.
That includes things that don't typically exist in this. Well, they do exist in this world.
Well, it's demon land, so tiefling should probably be.
Tieflings.
I
So,
was gonna go with the Warforged.
yeah, Woodforged, which are no joke.
So we would rank one each, or
Keep writing.
okay.
You like to gamble, right?
Not like this.
Pass
I play craps pass line.
line.
6-8.
It's going to be very similar to that.
Settlers of Catan.
It's going to be very similar to that.
Yeah, but I can't trade 3 characters to get a wood.
Whoa, whoa. Phrasing C. C.
okay.
Are we seriously not doing phrasing anymore? Come on!
This is serious.
And time.
If she wrote down Minotaur.
I'm just trying to explain your seat.
Okay,
We're
so.
I should have wrote Ent. Damn it.
Okay, so.
I was like, is that a race, really?
I don't know. You should write races down. I wrote down random shit. I wrote down freaking gargoyle for Christ.
You could be a pixie or a hero.
Most of mine are just types of trees.
I wrote Tiefling,
Crab
Cobra, Fae, Lycanthrope, Dragonborn, Goliath, Gargoyle, Earth,
Oh
and
my
Nessa.
god. I need the right tools for this activity.
Alright,
Starting
I'll
with.
just play
Oh, here it is. This
I
is
should
what I
have just
need.
done Skaven.
No, you let the race dictate your class.
You're bird shit?
I am.
Holy shit.
Oh, you can smell the bird.
Wait,
It's
what races?
I think there's stuff in that hole.
Great.
Oh,
First off,
Okay, there's like, here's that hole.
Are you burning?
I'm gonna burn something. Well, give me your options and then give me a clean ball.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna go quick for you.
Sure. So what are the options you put down?
I put down a Minotaur, a Warforged, a Gnome, a Dragonborn, a Pixie, and a Cloak.
One is very rude.
I put down a Tiefling,
Okay.
an Aarakocra. That's the bird people.
I know. Who's it? Yeah.
Fae, I don't know if they're a race.
Not really.
So Lycanthrope.
What else?
After Fae was Lycanthrope. After that is Dragonborn. After that is a Goliath. After that is a Gargoyle. And after that is Earth Genocide.
Okay, so like every race so far.
I just went very standard player input. So dwarf, half-orc, human, tiefling, dragonborn, gnome, elf, half.
All right, we've established all of them. Okay. Pick your top. So what's 7?
What race is 7?
We're doing Catan. What's 7?
Half elf.
I'm voting for Gargoyle.
Good thing your vote doesn't give a
Yes.
fucking matter.
Let's go to stats. What's your 6?
Human.
What's your 8?
Tiefling. Oh no, let's do elf because that thematically that makes more sense. I'm sorry.
Sure.
I should have put Dryas down.
Right, it's human half elf. elf.
Okay, you plant this seed, which grows faster and faster.
Gargoyle rises from the ground.
Yes!
Oh.
Did you make your point? Is that what did you the come out roll? Oh my god.
And from all this comes a single leaf burning down to the ground. And out of this, a creature emerges from the soul. Burning into shape like clay being forged by fire.
Is this how it normally happens?
Fuck ass nigga.
Super nice.
Well, that's an unfortunate side effect.
He's 20 years.
Oh.
Long, shoulder length hair.
What color's the hair? I
All
like
right.
it.
No. Moss green. Sharp, angular features in his face.
Oh god.
Fire kills Andrew.
You might want to put that up. You start.
No, I mean,
No,
it's
it's
fine.
fine.
It's fine.
I can grab it from this part.
Are you asking the ashes?
So, s'mores.
God, that's not s'mores. You are now a half elf. Paladin of the Ancients. You can redistribute your stats.
Holy
Forest warrior motherfuckers!
You
Holy
also
hell,
have
now he is a
a
force
significant problem, however. You do not know anything about Kenton. You are now experiencing the world through completely new eyes, as though you were brought to protect nature as your sole purpose in life.
Do I have Yggdrasil tree armor?
You are naked.
You are
Well, there's a naked half elf here. Hello.
You can redistribute your stats however you want, and it'll be yours.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Don't talk to me. Stand back from the tree, little one. Or feel the wrath of nature upon me.
You know what? Maybe he was better off dead.
Silence! Where am I?
ashes.
You were just resurrected by a tree.
Kenton! The name is Yggdrasil. And who is this Kenton?
Wait, your name is Yggdrasil now?
No, that's really what Kenton would do.
Well, I guess that's what Kenton would do. Still.
I do not know this Kenton.
Does he use like
No
reabsorb
idea.
his body
Do
or
I, what
something?
is my name? Can I just make it up?
You don't know anything. You are literally a fresh formed spirit. You are equivalent to a small child in complete mature form. You are, the best analogy to what you are is Gandalf, a spirit made whole into a mortal form.
Do I know what Yggdrasil is?
You,
Can I assume that, like, I just know that I was birthed from
Does he
Yggdrasil?
yeah.
absorb
You
his own
you have
body
the
or
vague
something?
idea of that. Like, it's more of a feeling than a word. Language is, you happen to know it, that's a magical thing to you. It's more like you know this, kind of like you would
Also,
know your
Put
parents.
on clothes.
We brought you back, Kenton.
Put on clothes.
This is normal or not?
You do. You will probably not like the answer.
Okay, of course not. Why would I ever like the answer?
Someone make him put
So-
on clothes.
So you and me,
You're rolling
we started
nature.
this company. It's called the Bronze Bastion, and we were gonna get people from all over the world. We were gonna be so strong, and we were just gonna be really good, be great leaders. And you were a fantastic leader, and we wanted great adventures. And
In
you,
so many ways, you
died.
feel that he fulfilled his
We brought
curse.
you back.
Sacrifice.
Oh no, I actually fully understood that
Yeah.
because he injures
He did
himself
back.
to save things rather than just having that curse
As
happen.
far as
I
bringing
bet.
him back, then the cycle of life is just
Yeah.
continuing.
I am.
So Kenton
Hence, what you will say is that the person that he is now is not the person that he was in so many things. Much like if someone died,
You are.
went through the cycle of life and became a newborn child, they would know nothing about their previous life.
I
Okay,
know
so
who I am.
he knows nothing of Kenton.
No, not zero.
Hey, you just don't
There's
remember.
nothing Kenton
I
never
don't want to. I'm
knows.
gonna make.
Correct. No matter how much you try, he will not know anything about
So
it.
Kenton's dead.
Kenton, the cycle is continued.
I am born of the great tree.
Welcome to everyone judging me for your looks. Come
Well, also, put on clothes.
on. No one close.
What are clothes?
Shit.
I believe it's very superficial things.
Let's
Sorry.
see. You're an
The
elf.
forest
The
will
elf thing.
provide what I need.
That's good.
Don't take the.
The leaves are sacred. I would
You could notate the crap out of him if you want.
Kenton, you want elf teach that?
The great
Okay.
earth mother.
Elf, half elf.
That's fine.
Okay, so he's a half elf.
But
Well,
the
you should be able to teach him elfy
My
things.
hand.
Are you officially tearing up his second? There you go.
No, metaphoric in the past. No.
That's what you should have burned.
That's me.
There's still some other value in your character sheet. You get the pieces of it.
Oh, I thought we were gonna frame that and just put it on the wall.
Just
Quentin's gonna go play that guy somewhere else. So, Adventure League character, Kenton Bloodleaf.
So-
Recording.
You can't hear me talk Kenton. You don't know who Kenton was.
I said Adventure League character,
Kenton.
not demonic portal Dave Buckland world.
He's back!
Well, technically, he also was not back.
That's him.
In addition to being a normal half elf, you get the special feat called Protection of the Forest, +1 armor class at all times, similar to the Warforged feature.
Can I borrow your fence?
Yep, so you can handle that afterwards, and if we have to actually go into combat, I will tell you what you got.
This is one of the few times where he can actually call himself a forge.
He is one now.
I feel like he has no name.
See?
He's naked.
If you want it hard enough and you try hard enough.
You have
can't
no
take
idea of
it.
any of this? He's rolling with it!
Thank you.
The spirit of Kenton
It
is
would be
smiling
amazing if
on
you
the
just randomly started
Aurora
talking like that.
Borealis
No
down
one-
at
no
this
idea
newly
why.
created forest
He's
warrior
still buck naked.
as he has
I
ascended
know, but
into
do we have
So
clothes?
people are starting to stare at this point.
We need clothes.
Is
Someone
it-
give
am I
me
near the garden?
clothes.
You are in the garden in front of a tree, buck-ass naked, covered in soil.
I see,
You are a dirt
I
child.
see like food like sprouting from the vines,
Yep.
and I say, "Oh, the Earth Mother provided," and I go take one and start eating a carrot.
Eating a carrot.
Go into the tavern.
This is delicious.
I don't care. Go in the tavern. You're naked.
What is it?
I'll
Tavern?
give you
That thing
my
over there. Go over there.
sash.
That
Sash.
looks like dead wood. What have you done to the wood?
Or
Why is
our
it shaped
pockets.
like that?
Be like, do we have extra clothing?
Well, obviously we have extra clothes. We have candy.
Please stand back from the tree, little person.
We do? We do.
If you call me a little person one more time, you'll be
We have
shorter.
a naked issue.
I do not believe this is true.
Okay. So he goes and gets you a shirt and some slacks.
Thank you.
I think I gave him more lines.
Please put
Your
this
pants.
clothes on.
I put it over my shoulder.
Yep, it seemed artificial to you.
That is fine. Would you like a leaf instead? I can make a nice loincloth for you. I personally don't want to keep staring at your penis. Can I please cover it?
Well, eyes up here. Maybe you want to
You have no idea who Kenton is.
Well, you're Kenton
He's
now.
not going to know who he is.
So what? We just call him Kenton now. He has a name anyway.
His name is Kenton. So,
Whose name?
what
He
is your
has
name?
no name.
What is your name?
Make him be Kenton.
How you
I mean,
refer
I
to
can't make him be
an
anything.
individual. How you address them.
What do you want to
We
be
don't
named?
have a modifying number.
So I am nature.
Otherwise, I can
That
modify
is
it.
Am I nature?
No, you're not born of the tree.
We're not born with the tree.
Right, I'm a human, but
Oh,
I
he
was
is actually
born
born
of
with
the
a
great
tree.
tree.
Technically, he was just born.
I have been created by the great tree to help it flourish.
if you do not wish to have a name, it's fine. I'll call you Kenton.
But you don't need
I
a
do
name.
not, I do not
From
understand.
now on, you are Kenton the Leaf Born.
Okay.
I will meditate on this later.
There's much for you to learn.
What if
Come inside.
Was he born from the leaf or from the tree?
Well, who will protect the tree when I'm inside?
Okay, so it's Kenton Treeborn. I don't care. Let's figure this out.
The tree doesn't need
I don't like
protection. Just like the trees out in the forest don't need
I feel
protection.
like it's mutual. I like the other Kenton better.
Come on, David.
This one's annoying.
Come on, there's much for you to learn. Come on. Wear this. Like this.
So,
I take it and throw
as-
it back over my shoulder.
ironically, as an oath of the ancients paladin, being sworn to protect light, nature, and beauty, you feel the most kinship to the druid. She's
Oh,
just
yeah.
kind of like,
Yep.
Yeah, I'm actually really into
so the best way to explain that,
Guess what? It's the anti-Kenton. So we get along with the elf.
she is like, the feeling you get from these strange creatures in front of you is she is like your mother and your sister in one.
How about just sister? Mother is the tree.
However you want to look at it.
Mother
She's
is
also
the
an elf, so she's
tree
pretty
mother.
old. She's a lot older than a day.
I'm a young or an old,
Oh, man.
mature day.
Ben, this is not Kenton. We did not get him back.
It's getting in my mind, so.
I,
Cycle,
I
I
speak in
see.
Elvish
Yes,
to
but
the
he has no
druid.
memory of you.
Where
So?
Memory of us, the memory of who he was. He's not Kenton. Your memory
Well,
of
once
who you are.
one of our companions
Uh,
named Kenton.
Your
who
memory is
foolishly
your spirit.
fell into
Your
my
life, the
curse.
basis of who you are.
I reject
Came
this
back.
via my coping mechanism.
You reject
Half
this
elf.
because you're
Half
an
elf.
elf.
Yes.
you made a great
He-
sacrifice to
Keep
create
rolling, Kenton.
Intercell sites.
he taunted nature until he essentially sacrificed himself. So now it is essentially his duty to protect nature, which is why you are the way you are.
Kenton sounds like a brave forest warrior. I shall honor him by living well.
Maybe we could actually make you a forest warrior. It's not a thing, but you know.
I know I'm new here, but I think I know if I'm a forest warrior. I shall teach you. We shall.
Can you teach me how to hunt? Please teach me how to hunt.
I don't think.
I go over and grab a carrot. Would you like some food?
I don't think he knows how to do anything.
I know. I wish he could learn it. I think that he's not learning on his own.
I don't know. He seems to have a.
I'm speaking Elvish. You guys have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, that's
Bullshit,
what you guys
you
have to do.
16 charisma.
I know a lot of fucking shit.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Inspiration.
Hold on.
Look at that.
Hold on.
That was awesome.
I speak Elvish, thank you very much. I know exactly what the fuck you're saying.
Okay.
I speak a lot of shit.
Are you my guide?
I'm hopefully going to show you how to treat nature with respect.
Opportunity.
So you can maybe treat nature in a way that your previous life could not.
Or I can be your guy. I can teach you many things.
I don't have a previous life. I am.
Elfie, elf.
You understand the nature of the cycle of life. Your life is constantly in flux.
So you should, as a half elf,
In your way of thinking of things, you're simply another reincarnation of an avatar of nature.
Yggdrasil has blessed me
Oh, sorry.
with
We
the ability to
or we can just go here.
protect her. And that's what I should do.
yes, she is
But-
essentially course corrected.
But I do not have.
No, I think like Elvish better.
But no,
What?
I'm saying that in Elvish. I can.
no, I feel like what you're saying.
Who is this monster? What is he doing?
Yes,
How does he know our language?
I'm a highly intelligent linguist. I know many things.
I don't know.
But he's fine.
He's okay.
Yes, he is probably much more intelligent than you and will be better suited to help us understand anything book-wise.
Well, my question is, do you know how to write anymore? I'm going to say no, because we're going to teach you that too.
Probably not. He doesn't know
Very
I can read the forest.
Yes, the forest is made of words, so you cannot read it.
that. They can read force.
In a metaphorical sense.
Excuse me, you're not of the forest. Please do not speak about things you do not know. In a discerning tone. We do
I
not
know
appreciate.
quite a bit of things.
Please stand back from the tree. You do not know so.
But I'll get you near the stupid tree.
It's going to be like talking to a wall.
A sturdy,
It's Kenton already.
a sturdy oak, if you will. Strong.
You can choose to stay outside in front of the tree and protect it. That is valid. If someone takes down the tree, you'll die. So that might be a good
I'm
thing.
not sure we
He
joined
needs
this one.
clothes though. There's laws
I
against
can
you.
put clothes. It's fine.
I'm not wearing them. Alright, is it wearing them?
It is.
Come on.
A custom, which is not normally in nature where you do need to cover yourself.
Like this.
No, there's a
And
thing
I'm
called
just
laws.
I'm having draped over. my
Indecent exposure, etc.
What do you
breaking
mean? What do you mean
laws.
covered? Like this? Where?
Cover
So-
that bit there. Like,
Do you see?
there.
Do you see how he is dressed in a?
Yes, he has things all over him.
Yes. So you open
Yes,
the
because
big
I'm
hole. I'm
amazing.
not going to dress you. I do not have that level of connection to you. You're going to put the shirt on over so you find that really big
Ben, you
hole.
feel like being a nurse. Maybe dress him properly.
So I look at the shirt and kind of like awkwardly put it over me to where my hands are not in the sleeves and it's just sitting.
Ben, what should be as a nurse? Maybe help him figure out how to
Am I clothed?
No.
You can make for effort, though.
No, he doesn't.
It's because you give him a shirt. Oh,
He gets a C- at best.
give me a second. I'll go ahead back inside. Sure. Come back out. I'm wearing a nice shirt now. My noble clothes.
Ooh!
Come on.
Alright. Let's try this. Hand in my robes. Much simpler. Just put one arm here, another arm here. Go. Oh, oh yeah. That's a look. That's, but it's a good. You know.
That's fine clothes.
Armor. And teaching you how to put on that's gonna be wonderful.
Fine.
and that's what we consider closed.
I am one of you now.
Sure.
You're clothed.
That means what?
Sure.
First step.
Yes.
No.
Great job too.
Again,
I like him.
Yes, you graduate to a B.
Not him.
Be encouraging.
That was encouraging.
now, I know you eat the
My instructor's always encouraged me.
Very good.
Earth does provide. You're going to need food. But this is a community garden, so we can't take everyone else's food.
Nature is community.
Yeah, there's such things.
I understand-
We
I
need to teach
understand
you the concept
using
of ownership, apparently.
Must I toil and replant what I have taken? Is that the
Might be
way
so,
of the
yes.
community here?
Is that how that, do you have to, if you take something, do you have to
I'll
replace
just say
it?
yeah.
Protector of nature, protector of cycle next. So what you would not do is overtake.
Most helpful.
Right, you don't have to replant the
Yeah. Like, for
Oh my
example,
God,
if you went to a
you're
field where there's an
right.
abundance of berries, you're not
You know what
doing
we're
much
talking
harm by
about.
taking the excess. But if there is a
Just
tight
take the
ecosystem,
armor
then
and
yeah,
the
you
crossbow
plant
would
what you take.
You never overindulge in nature, you only take what you need. If you take more than that, then you are robbing from nature.
Yes, which is why I don't understand why the woods are shaped in these weird boxes.
But you're not in the woods.
You're not in the woods, it's a
Where-
tower. It's a building. It's constructed from carbon.
It's
carbon.
true.
You have ruined this gorgeous tree.
He's a derpin. He's probably could be
Are crossbow pistols considered light crossbows? Or is that
They're
something
hand
else?
hand crossbows.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some harsh realities in this world.
Well, I'm here to rectify it.
Oh, we will.
Sure you are.
You know one of the best ways to do that? Gain influence.
What is influence?
If you keep power,
I have power. Nature has
That's
given
how
me power.
humans traditionally use money to get what they need.
What is money?
Humans are corrupt.
I start speaking in Elvish.
What?
What?
The druid was teaching economy. He's not doing.
Essentially, influence is gained by having. I'm switching to Elvish now since you decided to. Essentially, influence is gained by gaining either power or political prestige or monetary assets, using those to get people to do what you want or to obtain things that you need.
What you
I don't
really
care
need
about
to
people. I
do
care about me.
is go
Well, you want people to not come
inside, eat food.
I
Because
hold up the carrot as you say food.
Well, you're a forest warrior,
we
yes.
cannot take too much from the forest. I can take you out and I can teach you how to hunt. Or I can teach you how to forage in the
Well,
woods.
it's gonna want to hunt.
I'm
It's like
worried that
super,
you
like, hippie druid and doesn't even
Might
use-
die if I do that right now. So probably the best move for you is to get already prepared food. Because I'm concerned.
There's more of food in the dead tree. Dead tree box?
No,
Yes,
we're
yes.
gonna go
He
in.
thinks the building's a dead tree box. That's what
It
he's
is a
talking
dead tree box.
Then
Because
it's
it's
just-
just nature and you cut it down and you build shelters.
See?
about. We purposely
She
do a
understands
proper
me
thing.
fine.
We're going that way.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
nature bends to man's will.
Yes, that's what influence is.
Influence.
It is what
Yes,
they
you want people to stop
it
cutting
is
trees
how they
down.
choose
Please.
to live.
Do not interrupt a sister of Mother Nature.
Oh, God.
This is the best bet ever.
It is how they choose
That
to
is
live.
not attentive.
But it is right now the best place for you
No,
because
it's
you
not.
are very young and naive and you could die very easily.
This is most
The
definitely
outlaw.
not attentive. This is not fun.
Then
So-
we're going inside. Tavern.
Yes, we're going into the dead tree box.
It is a dead tree box.
Oh, it's
Now
very,
it's
it's a
box
very
people.
You
useful
understand.
entry box.
So, just for my character's sake, do I know like how to fight and hunt and shit? Or?
Yeah, so as far as your character knows, and you will experience it, so meta mostly,
Right.
you know how to fight, you know how to speak, you know how to do things, but you know this, it seems like, from a past life. It's like recalling a memory that you never actually recalled learning it.
Gotcha.
So you're pulling, so nature provides you all the tools to be a force of nature. That said, you don't recall specifics, so if you talk to Rune, it's a lost cause. But when you start doing it, everything falls in place.
Are they picking up WoW after like 3 or 4 years? You start remembering all your hotkeys that you have?
So does he remember
He's flirting.
Like what? Does he remember what Kenton is?
Nope.
Knows, like knows how to do.
Not at all.
Yeah,
Not a single
But
memory.
he remembers purely what game.
For any kind of root for
That's what I'm trying to get. Like, so does he understand what I have a good for? So he understands what
He knows.
Kenton would have known how to do.
Yeah, let's
So-
make that point.
He knows, for example, just separate the idea of racial upbringing,
Okay.
separate the idea of like how you would learn a skill and become proficient with it. He was just born today, and then basically downloaded, like the Matrix, all of the skills that he needs, but doesn't understand the context or the source of them. So he never learned English or Elvish, but he can speak it and understand it. He doesn't understand what tracks are, but you start talking about like bear tracks, but he sees it like, oh no, a bear definitely went that way because he understands survival instincts. Or like, oh, you should stay hydrated. Why? I don't know. I should stay hydrated. Why? Oh, we're in a fucking desert. That makes sense. You won't understand why. Not until more time. But for now, he knows how to do everything.
This is interesting sustenance.
It's called a bean pop.
That's carrot. It's not bean pop, it's carrot. It's not
It's quite sweet. Tastes of nectar and salted herbs.
Okay, what we're tasting.
But delicious.
What a bean pop is.
This is depressing.
Oh no, Susan's getting some right now.
Susan? Is she really going to get them?
Oh, I think technically Fred is getting them. But
Are we on break? That's it.
I mean, I was just worried about
Yeah,
that.
they're
Oh, okay. No, you're cool.
Hey,
You're cool.
bud. Hey.
Oh, shit.
No, absolutely not.
So we on break now or am I?
I think we're on break.
Okay, then I'm dropping carrot. What the fuck, man?
yeah. Interesting. Because I feel like now
Now you're a Kenton to hit me.
I'm gonna move into the power position here, but it's hard because like now to like
Just do a good job of convincing me to save nature. I need to help you guys.
I was attempting to do
Yeah,
that.
You are not doing a good job at all.
Hey, what I was going to say next
Bean
was,
pop.
what I was going to say is you need to gain influence to protect nature and to gain it, like,
Yeah, but I have no idea what any of that means.
yeah, try to explain it.
No.
And the proper stance of it.
He needs to see influence, not if he explained influence.
Right. Or you'd say like a tree influences the way.
Regardless, any conversation with Bruin can get long, laborious, and not productive conversation.
I'm going to do it anyway.
oh
I
my
know you
gosh,
will.
my annoying nature.
So am I
now
still the
is
same
coming
level?
in now.
Am I still the same level, Dave?
Same level, same experience. We get the unique perk of the blessing. And same thing else, 27 point back.
I'll just use the same stats, I guess,
Mm.
and just move around.
Yeah.
No, you should be strength based now.
As an oath?
That's what I mean.
Oh.
Move the.
What's going to be fun is trying to figure out how to
Like
change
that's it's the same array, you're just gonna move the array around.
I know how to fight. With
Yeah, but you don't know what weapon you know how to use.
Well, just intelligence is probably 9 now.
Yeah.
Hold on. Now, he knew how to fight with a weapon, but we didn't have any idea what weapon he actually knows how to use until he used it.
Not until he uses it.
But the pals now use.
That's our point now. Like, we have no idea how to equip you and whether or not you're going to even wear armor, but you don't even know how to put on clothes. The complicated is putting on like armor on top of that.
We'll start him off with the great axe and see where we go. With
Do
Sounds
I-
like we need some downtime.
What time is it actually?
So
Are we good on time?
45.
Okay, as far as time check goes, it's 10:30.
But I would say we probably should do downtime.
Damn, man, I didn't get to do the cool fucking Wombo level 5 fight. So cool.
Oh. Once we get to 5 or 6, if you die again, you come back to 5.
Hunter returns.
How long were you guys planning it out?
Huh?
How long were you planning it?
The only thing I told Dave is I said I wanted something cool to happen with the week. That's legit, like what I said. Or I said I wanted to plan it and something cool happened.
Well, it brought you back as a hack
You killed yourself, came back as a, you know.
I didn't kill myself.
Yes, you did.
Rune killed me.
No, I didn't.
No, you killed yourself.
No. Yeah, I mean my character did, but like the only reason I started going fucking crazy
Sure.
Shadow is because Rune threw
However you
a
wanna
fucking
spend that.
nether slide made in my face.
I didn't know it could explode.
Well,
I
you
seriously was
fucked me
just
on
going to
that
do it
one,
like a
pal.
flavor
Well, I
thing,
mean-
like power of nothing. All of a sudden,
Did you ever consider the fact that the curse is over now because you decided to sacrifice versus the curse making you
So
sacrifice?
we're at good break time. So we can
Yeah, like
break 15.
Oh.
So you completed class. You completed Kenton's curse.
because you chose to
Sacrifice yourself.
versus
If you remember, your tarot was sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
Was that the only way to get rid of it?
There were other ways. That was a way. The other way was something I don't think your character was ever going to do.
What?
It was planted back at the tree.
Was that an option?
Playing a tree was one of them. You have to literally you would have to have sacrificed effectively everything that makes Kenton, like his ego, which wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
Archer.
Exactly. It's like Archer becoming Cyril.
Nope.
Or dying for a sacrifice, a martyrdom.
I was not expecting the Nella set to explode.
It reacts in very erratic ways.
I got notes on that now. Ooh, did
Well,
I
there was something. Well, there was something else that I can't tell you. That it's too meta, but
Did that give me bonus on my grenade research?
too meta. Would it be bonus in your grenade research? Yes. You can get a couple of rune points.
Well,
RPs, if you will.
just lost 430 gold.
It's still on your body, dude.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Your body didn't burn up.
Now we're like, wait,
Oh, it didn't?
No. Effectively, what happened was you planted a seed. Tree began to grow. Go to a certain point. Big leaf fell, burned up, hit the ground. You became formed from earth and fire.
Captain the Captain's funeral.
You effectively missed everything except for water. Really, I guess anything was missing.
I gotta see what happened in the body.
Yeah, we can take him to his funeral.
Fine.
That's creepy.
Apparently it's not him. That's what everyone keeps telling me.
So,
Well, it's not, technically.
It's him reincarnated, but not him. When you're reincarnated, you don't.
Not reanimated, not resurrected.
Yeah, well, so they didn't bring
And
Cameron
worse.
back.
It carried his spirit across into another life.
Note to self, don't touch the leaves on any crazy fruit trees.
hey, we can go back to the tree now.
No, we can't. I will never go to that tree again.
I know where
No, you would know what it is.
it is. Maybe.
I didn't know what it was.
I mean, I can go in the forest and not get murdered immediately because I'm trying.
That is true. But yeah, you don't like instinctually know where the cell sites
I'm
are.
not going back.
You
to
feel
that
it
forest.
out.
You can feel it, yeah, like you can be like, oh, I'm just going right over here.
It's like a Geiger counter thing.
It's going to take a lot of convincing me to go back in those woods ever.
I mean, that should be your natural response around the woods.
Yeah, that is happening.
So how? Fuck. I don't know how to like not better this. How do I get armor and shit?
You have a lot more money than you think.
Huh?
You have a lot more money and stuff than you think. Like you have funds. Like what do you got now? Like what did Kenton have?
Oh, 430 gold.
Okay. So what are you trying to get?
Full plate.
You want full plate build?
Full plate's like 250.
Oh no, not plate. So I guess splint would be the first thing.
Splint's the 17.
Yeah.
See.
Now, would a nature warrior wear that?
Nope.
A splint's wood, but it has iron rivets. So I think.
Splint is metal.
Oh really?
Uh-huh.
You'd be wearing leather armor.
It looks a lot like scales downwards. Also known as scale mail.
Well, that's where I was at. Could it be something cool? Well, I guess we can talk about this offline. But like something
For
where
the sake
like,
of this, if you're trying to get, tell me what you're trying to get, and I'll just yay or nay. Well,
I just want like Yggdrasil like all over the armor, like painted or something, and it just like appear at the tree or whatever. You know, something magical where like it's a suit of armor that I can wear, and it's okay with nature because it appears. Instead of me having to roll around in like fucking studded leather armor. That's all I'm trying.
That's hilarious.
You know what I'm
I
talking
do,
about? Like
I
that's
Bark plate.
yeah, like something like that would be
Like
cool.
ironwood would be like
Yep, iron was a thing.
I don't.
So you got some downtime. I think it's now being forced upon you. Can't hint it any stronger. Of which getting some ironwood splint mail would be feasible,
Okay.
as would a weapon to put you back where you were at.
like a staff. it like I guess a bludgeoning variant of the polearm. I don't know how you want to be a thing.
So we also have this situation where we need
Form
to
scout?
come apart because there's a different situation now that we anticipate.
You basically came back in with a half elf, a dirty half elf.
Well,
Well, when we made
This
the
used to be
company, you
Kenton.
guys were all founding like members. It wasn't just Kenton's company. It was
Right, but you
everybody.
probably talked to Bart about the fact that Kenton
is dead. He's gone.
is gone and has been replaced by a half elf.
He's been replaced by no name Mick Treeboy.
He hasn't been replaced. You can't replace him.
He's been reincarnated.
I'd certainly try. With this, whatever it is. It can be used somehow. Hey, Bart.
Ah, it's sending to Note currently.
Well, the tree incident went interesting. Say hello to the no-name half-elf thing that used to be Kenton.
Yeah, so
I'm a warrior of the forest.
Nice to meet you.
Protector
Warrior.
of yourself.
You need a name.
First of your name.
I don't have a name.
Fascinating.
yeah, he's trying to stay away from that apparently.
We shall call you Sumac.
So
So,
on Mac. Done.
so Kenton was put under a curse for
Yeah.
taking more from nature than he should have.
Okay.
A Kurt?
It
Is that my name? Kurt?
caused the curse needed him
Kurt.
to sacrifice.
It could be cursed.
He was possessed by a ghost that tried to kill us all. And before he actually killed us all, he sacrificed himself. The leaf, which was a symbol of his curse, turned into a seed, which created the tree behind us, which did not necessarily bring Kenton back, but it reincarnated him. It continued his life cycle into another being. So I know that you were close to Kenton.
My
And I
sister told this story.
am sorry, because I know you came with us because
Seems
Kenton
like
was
a
with
balance.
us. But it seems like we
Provided
cannot get
himself for
Kenton
you.
as we get him back.
So
Shall
Kenton
honor
is dead.
him.
Yes.
Please call me
Where is his body?
It
At
is
the
right
Temple,
now.
at the Kelmore Temple.
Mark stands, adjusts his glasses, says nothing, and leaves.
You should probably go just get the funeral process started. It's how you can resurrect a corpse that's soul rather than something else.
You would know more of the funeral. What would be right in his eyes.
You know?
Yeah.
That would know funeral things.
Yeah. I know a lot of people died.
Well,
Puts him in a cart. They go away.
Now. Great. Because we would still need to have a funeral for Kenton.
There's a lot of magicians.
Do we know what Kenton would like?
If this Kenton was as valorous and courageous as you have told in your stories, you'd want a warrior stuff
So fire.
to be sent back into the forest.
Well,
So
We should burn him
we should burn the corpse and scatter the ashes.
at the site of the tree that he has burned.
That would be fitting.
well, see,
Completely sacrificed.
the monks would
The
say
forest rules it.
to really give back, we should chop him up and let the beasts of nature feast on his flesh.
No, that's creepy. That's not too bad.
You're feeding nature.
Ben makes a good point.
No, he doesn't.
I mean,
No.
here.
No.
The little one seems to have a problem with feeding beasts.
He's afraid of reality.
Who's afraid of reality, Mister? This is still Kenton.
I would be honored if you were to honor me by calling me after your courageous friend. I can only hope to be as valorous and brave a forest warrior.
No, you're not Kenton yet.
What was
Oh,
his?
yes, that's
I don't know, maybe we'll call him Kenton at some point, but until he convinces me he's Kenton, he's not Kenton.
We already know he's not Kenton.
Obviously, Kenton was much more interesting.
We'll handle the burial later. Shepard has him now, and we
I'm
preserve.
sorry, nothing with the making hearts.
The circle of life is to bleed and then heal.
That's not what that means.
We shall heal you together with the forest.
There's
If
a
you
lot
will
of
come
things to
meditate
think
with
about.
me by the tree, I will show you.
I'm not meditating near that tree.
You do not like Mother Nature?
But no doubt, nature usually tries to kill me.
It's going to be a lost cause to get you to go by nature. I'm just going to stop you that one before you.
Because the last time everyone convinced me that nature is such a fun place to go, it killed me almost.
I mean, you label nature so ambiguously. Bro. What is nature?
I almost got killed by a vine monster.
Okay.
I almost got killed by a spider. I almost got eaten by trolls on numerous occasions.
So you'll stay in
I
the
got attacked
outpost.
by owlbears.
So shall we leave you in the outpost next time we go?
No, we're just not going in the middle of the death forest for no reason again.
Okay. So if you have a reason, you will.
Possibly, depending on the
You go
motivation
into
that I
the
get at the
forest,
time.
into nature.
And none of you, I don't think, will be able to sufficiently motivate me to go in there anymore.
Alright, so we'll leave you.
So you have no code.
I do have a code. Unfortunately, the only other person that shared my code is now dead.
Glorious warrior Kenton. The valorous.
Ru walks off.
And
He's
now
very-
there are
he's very
three.
strong.
Okay.
With his friend.
He's breathing.
He was a great man.
Breathing still.
He sounds like a
Eyes closed, breathing. He seems like he's not deep sleep for the most part. So feeding him is the big challenge.
Feeding him. Big challenge. Do I know if anybody I can feed him?
Good berries, effectively. That's,
I did get past 20 good berries before.
Mhm.
So
if not,
I know it's a confusing world
I'm going to feed him
to
good
be
berries.
thrust into,
I'm gonna find Shepard.
but
at
you
the church
understand.
with
Nature
Bart.
has to be protected, correct?
Bart is standing
It's
over
on purpose.
the body of Kenton as they are doing mortician stuff with him, making him look not like this is dripping o blood.
So, am I seeing any of this?
No,
Yeah.
because
I walk
you
off
sent the
and
gnome
you
away.
guys have your-
Okay.
You guys have your kumbaya circle.
Bart's
But,
just looking down at Kenton's corpse.
Shepard, I have a question. If you didn't-
Yes.
So we're back
Is there any way to track the spirit?
to protect nature.
Yes, you
There's no
can.
greater calm.
What are the understood, but an abomination?
What methods would someone employ to do so?
Oh, true.
You would need to
Dead
find
body.
items of great significance
Onions.
in their life
Fiends, ghosts, demons.
and conduct a ritual to locate
To
them.
think of
I'm
something.
assuming you mean those that still are in the material
Sure.
world.
To see,
I want to track down the one that decided to
Infection.
possess and kill my friend.
Ah,
cut it out.
yes. Much like the advice to the
That
one
would
that's
be one
currently
solution, yes.
in the Young's Placer Beast, you would need to
Outpost,
find
outpost.
items of significance
It is-
to this
it is
specific
healthy to
spirit's
burn
previous life.
and kill
With-
off.
And they will exist,
So-
or else it would not still
And
be
even
here.
they grow in this place.
Would it leave traces upon anyone that
I
possessed
know
it
the
at
section
time
function.
that would be able to be used?
Only a day's spell.
It would be rather unlikely.
So close.
Festering with undead.
So close. to
Your
the tree.
Best bet, if you have
Days
no
journeys.
leads, is to be possessed, because you connect with
We
their
must stop this.
Oh, he
beings.
wants
It cannot be allowed. It cannot be allowed to reach.
and to try to sort through their memories,
to
which
cleanse
is a
his
very,
Was this Kenton's quest?
very dangerous habit. I do not
He
recommend.
gave his life for it.
Well, it possessed me.
Then I shall give
Oh,
my
he
life.
did the same.
Yes. Did you happen to dig anything out during the time it possessed
Warrior
you?
of the forest.
I don't think so. They don't conscious
I
immediately.
will go with you.
Then,
Tomorrow.
that is your answer.
Very well. I'll just have to
Tomorrow.
content myself with destroying every
Good
good creature I can possibly find until they're all burned from this earth.
Oh, well, you might
I'm
teach
Counselor
you.
thanks you.
There's a lot of things I can teach
See that you
I
have
want to
a mind
meditate
for
on
and
sensation inside of him.
conversation.
But I think it's okay.
I mean, as you focus, you can still feel that he is in there, spirited in there, and he is alive. He is not suffering.
What is it?
He is simply very weakened.
Yes.
So,
But
Thank you.
It's only harmonious when the balance of nature is being restored. And if this infection is so close, we must wipe it. Now, excuse me, there seems to be a creature in peril. I need to go get food for it. I go outside of the garden and start picking more carrots.
Shepard, Kelmavor is against all things undead, correct?
yes.
Tell me more of Kelmavor.
Kellenborder was once a great hero in his time, but he was mortal. Struck against another great war of the current god of death. He took the charge of death with less neutrality. He used death as the embrace of the end, not the simple act that it was meant to be in the great circle of life. Birth and death are really the side of the same coin, and the deity's interpretation of that greatly influences its effect in the deitic world and the mortal. His early days were still clung to his original ideals of heroism upon vanquishing the less neutral god of death, and led a life of virtue, hoping to influence the lives of mortals through favoring their exploits, and martyrs, heroes, and people of general good nature were given favor. Due to this favor, people grew brash and callous with the lives granted to them. It also robbed the great balance of other deities, as there are many parts to the experience of life. Passion, even murder, are beliefs, and beliefs fuel the gods. To take away a key element for another one creates a great imbalance. And thus he was held against the tribunal of the gods for crimes against humanity. Realizing the error of his ways, that too much of a good nature is as harmful as too much of a malevolent nature, he corrected his error to not follow similar fates, finding great neutrality and embracing the idea that death is a part of life. There are other parts of the human experience, such as knowledge, seeking to subvert the natural flow of things. The aberrant of undead is forcing things that should move on through the cycle into this world. And it is Kellenbor's duties to set this right. And they come in many forms, from the simple skeletons and zombies, to shades, ghosts, and wights, to more sinister and deeply rooted things in society, such as vampires. And there are many agents for many tools to seek out as well.
Very much to and I leave, but I drop a offering in the title. I'm basically just kind of wandering around the office as well.
Okay. The wandering contemplative session. Bart remains in the chapel.
I bring in carrots and put them in front of Note.
Note, can't do anything with him, as he's not moving. He's breathing.
Eat those.
I
Pet.
easy creature of the forest.
Just side note, while you guys are there, I was telling Kenton 2.0 that
K2? Oh.
If you guys want to keep calling me Kenton, I have left the story open to be able to do that.
Room won't call
Oh,
you
get
that.
very confusing when you talk about which Kenton.
Yep.
Room will not call you that.
I basically told him, there's undead is a plague on Earth,
Mhm.
as very well agrees. Well, wouldn't you know, there's a bunch of undead just a day's travel away. And it's Kenton's dying wish to rid them of this Earth.
It's too
Not,
close
not,
to the tree.
it's, it all is. Not an accurate statement. At the very least.
So he's on
Okay.
loose for this one. But, we do have room for downtime.
And you don't be elaborate with it. If you want to take, I'll say, just a week to move things forward, to get him to speed, armored, etc., and carry on your merry way.
So it is striking me as a decent like stopping point here, even though we're a little bit short. I don't know how people feel about it, or if we want to keep going.
You guys okay?
I'm good. It's 11.
Yeah,
Do you work tomorrow? You work tomorrow. That would be the problem.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, so we have to stop at midnight.
We can keep going. It just feels a little bit awkward to be like, all right, and a week of downtime.
Well, you guys don't usually use downtime, so every time we use it, it feels like a stops the momentum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we can do stuff. We can still do stuff on the outpost. There's still shit we need to do.
Okay.
What I might start doing is just pointing out, like, this is an opportunity to downtime. Take a week of downtime. Great. You guys can figure out your week. You're getting up to speed.
Gotcha.
Buying a symbol.
That way we go back, oh, has it really been only a day? Yes. And you can say, oh, I had that week to do. I'll figure it out then. So to make that a 2-minute thing, downtime occurs, at which during this time you get up to speed, armored. So you want scale. What else?
Splints.
A splint.
Some sort of shield and weapon appropriate thing.
Okay. Are you
And
going
then-
dex? Well, you're going plate, so probably not strength.
I'm gonna do strength, and I wanted to do pole armor actually, if that's possible.
Yeah, that's fine. So you're going to go with a halberd.
Sure.
So okay, make a splint and a halberd. Armor class now is 17 plus 1, and you got a halberd.
So I could get to 19 if I put my defense at the plus minus.
If you do defensive fighting style.
If you do defensive fighting style.
And
Correct.
if I use a shield, it would be 21.
Yeah, we can't use shield with pole armor.
I know. So that's just something I have to figure out off the stream.
Yeah.
Fuck you, dude. 21.
That's it.
Misty step. I am here. Nature surrounds you.
Cool. So you're armed. You have a splint and halberd. Your armor class is now currently 18. You have a halberd. I'm going to assume that you've got strength, 18? Nope, 16 because you're probably going to get the feet. You're going polar mastery.
Right. That's something I'll have to decide.
We'll figure out the +1 difference when that
I'll
matters.
just tell you right now, you have 16, 16, 16 for strength, con, and charisma because you're half elf and it's the best paladin build in the world. So it's 15, 14, 14, 10, 10, 8. There you go. Well, choose your dump stat.
And like every paladin.
It would make
Wait,
sense. You're
actually,
probably not even literate at this point.
Even with half-elf, I can get higher than 16. I could
Remember
get
that people know how to do
Oh, yes, you could, but I'm saying base stats.
Oh, so I can have 316?
Yeah, half elf is +2, +1, +1.
How close
They're the best.
So you
for
go
that.
14 charisma.
How close
15
am I being able to
con,
make my
15
way?
strength.
Yeah, but I can get to what I'm saying.
And I understand it. I'm saying base stats before your stat bump at 4.
Your protect
It's
watch.
going to be 16 charisma,
If
16
you
con,
focus
16
on it, I have
strength.
to check through this stuff. So we'll
10
take that.
dex.
Okay.
Okay, because I'm the last one doing
Ten
it.
wisdom.
I can't do that in a week, then I'll do the
Keep them on your lap as
And then you get your +2.
Yeah, no, so
I
it's
can
just
make
a
my
while. I can
strength
still work
18.
on it.
Yes,
That's true.
you would have 18
Okay.
strength, 16
The other thing I'm
con,
doing is
16
finding any
charisma.
books on
8
undead,
intelligence, 10
Kelvor,
wisdom,
and I'm buying a symbol of Kelvor.
That's okay.
Well, there'll be no problem with that. Chipper can provide you with one. Cool. So, if you want to go into making sure you guys get some murdering in, besides murdering each other, which I don't know if that counts.
Could I get plate mail, or is that way too expensive?
You wouldn't be wearing plate now.
We don't have enough money.
You don't have
the wood equivalent.
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah. To find a wood variant of plate now, that's
Because the plate, as it stands, is according to the book, 2k gold.
Right.
So,
Well, I would assume it would be some sort of like bark enhanced Yggdrasil.
Well, right, but that would probably be more
You say
expensive.
iron
Right.
wood right now, but it's more. It's like a couple times as expensive as the main version.
you're going for exotic armor. You're going to basically be questing or praying or something like that.
Sure. Or magical.
Take just shell. No, just please. Ironwood plate, please.
Wish. I wish for more wishes.
All right. Well, it's been a week, and next time we will get Amazon Prime, but we have everything we need now.
Yep, you're off.
Do we want to
Oh,
get the
Shepherd.
blessing?
Yes, we want to visit Shepherd.
Oh, so we're not stopping and we can keep going? Is that
Uh,
Which is
That is
Dinner
completely up to you guys.
Well,
well, that's what I'm saying. Are we
it's
doing
11
we
o'clock
could-
now.
okay, yeah. So you
By the
said
time we
you
get to the middle of the fight, it's going to be probably midnight anyway. Right?
That's the concern. Between getting there and doing your initial whatever, you're going to be really close to midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then
I'm
let's
glad we
just
stopped.
stop then, because that'll give us a little bit of like time to Skype if we want to more integrate the new character,
Mhm.
and also discuss downtime activities. So we're
My downtime stuff.
And answer a bunch of questions. I will say that within 7 days, no two will wake up.
Yay.
Bart will process Kenton's death, Kenton will have a funeral.
We should set up a armor rack that has all this stuff on it, as like a wall memorial.
oh yeah,
Like
no.
an XCOM?
Oh dude, crossbows are
About to say, it's the crossbow's going up on the wall.
for sure.
Well, I thought of it's like when you do those armor mannequins, you put the armor on it, you have the crossbow.
Yes, however, I'd like to point out that's how big your establishment is, so really wall space.
Okay, it's all hanging on the wall. That's fine.
Yeah. So
With a plaque says in memory of Kenton.
there's a memento. Kenton,
I
the
know, we
first
can
casualty.
nail the crossbows to the tree outside.
Sure.
That's gonna be silly.
Kenton's not going to be happy about that.
Yeah.
You can figure out what
That's
the
what I'm calling
Kenton
it for now, by the
name
way.
is.
It's like Kenton.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
cool.
so
Well, I'll come up with it during my downtime.
I'm gonna
Okay,
go ahead
because
and kill
until I find
stream
a day
at
you're not Kenton, like that,
10:56. That was a lot of fun, guys.
Sweet.